Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my two regular co-hosts, JV and Mr. I've seen more in the night than you've seen in your life, Stro. Stro, you telling me first and foremost, you good?
No, I'm not. I'm not very good at all. I don't want to be here. I don't want to discuss sports.
I was there on whatever day United played, Saturday or Sunday. I'm trying to forget. So I kind of understand it was Saturday night. I kind of get that. JV, why are you telling me you're good also?
Yeah, I'm good, me. Yeah. Football head. Let me put my football head on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was somewhere elsewhere. Yeah, cool. I'm good, man. As has been the theme this season, it's every match day fixture seems to be quite eventful.
Yes, it seems to be very eventful. Whether it's the actual match itself, whether it's VAR, obviously, which I'm sure Stro will get onto. But yeah, every match day does seem to be eventful, especially, and it seems to be football every day.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting every day.
Yeah, my missus is getting vexed.
Why? Because
she thinks I'm just lying.
She thinks you're lying. I was going to say that, but she thinks you're lying. She thinks you're just like,
football don't come on this often. You know what I'm saying?
Corona season, it does. They trying to, but all right, so let's start here. Obviously, we won't start with the result. I won't do that to you, Stro. That's how much love I've got for you, that I won't start with the City versus Liverpool result. I won't do that. But what I do want to talk about in terms of Manchester City is the title race over? Yeah. Because to me, it's done.
No, the title race is well and truly over. The title race was over before this game.
Okay. So even if Liverpool won, you thought Liverpool couldn't catch them?
Here's the issue. So you look at the past two seasons specifically, is you give a team like City or Liverpool in the pomp a head start, you ain't catching them.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
Okay,
and let's not forget, they were before the game yesterday. They were 7 points clear with a game in hand. That's effectively 10 points.
Whew. So that's a big gap.
That means
that's a big
4
gap.
points, like 4 games they need to drop points in. They ain't doing that. And this is the frustrating thing and I'm looking at not just Liverpool, I'm looking at other teams around the league. City have just hit form in the past 4 or 5 weeks. That takes us to December. Teams had a chance to build a gap themselves, specifically. Like us, our squad depth just got to us in the end.
Yeah,
we just depleted with injuries and we're just a mess going forward. And we'll touch on that in a minute. But yeah, it's City's to lose. It was City's to lose anyway. And the title race was done when we dropped points to Brighton. And that's when I made peace with it, was that game at Brighton. The second we lost that game.
I respect that.
So yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, City have gone on a great run. But we said this on here, if a team puts together wins of 4 or 5 games and teams around them are dropping points, they're going to be the team that are going to end up winning the league. And that's exactly what City have done.
Okay. Your thoughts, JV? Do you think the title race is over? Is there anyone that can catch City? Or is it literally everybody playing for second place now?
Do you know what it is? I literally think it's over for Liverpool.
Okay, that's an interesting take. So you think it's done for Liverpool?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think can catch them?
I still think United are in with it of a chance of disturbing them and not making it an easy ride. That's what I think it is. Don't get me wrong, City could still slip up. It's not looking very likely. It's looking like it's gonna, this is for someone like Pep now.
Yeah,
this has been the perfect season simply because he's been allowed to go about his business under hardly any scrutiny. Do you know what I mean?
Gone about his business quietly, effectively.
He's turned Foden into a beast by the looks of it yesterday. Because to me, that was I seen Culture Cam saying it and all them man there, Fuad and the other brother, I can't remember his name. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out them man doing their thing. And they were saying that was like a signature moment for Foden. I agree very much. But yeah, like I was saying there, if anyone can catch them now, I think it will be United.
Right. I'm ready to be sold on this because I don't see it, but go on. I'm just saying in terms of we're in second. Do you know what I mean? In terms of where we're placed and what's going on, I think if anyone can, it is United. Simply because of we're still not too far. I think they're 10 points ahead of Liverpool now.
and with a game in hand.
I'm gonna have. I'll get the table up. Use 5 points behind with them having a game in hand.
Yeah.
So they're on 50 points. You're on 45 points. Leicester on 43, and we're on 40.
Yeah. So that's what I mean in terms of.
Yeah, having a look at the table.
You know what? If it's a fully fit Liverpool squad, I mean, they're not having these problems. I'm not counting them out.
So literally, I didn't realize. Yes, Liverpool are 10. Wait, Liverpool are 10 points behind. This is what I'm saying because I've not looked at the table.
10 points behind. With a game.
Yeah. It's a wrap for Liverpool. Game, yeah. And Liverpool, to me, were the only team that I said this from the jump. Even though I picked Liverpool at the start of the season to win the league title after the transfer window, I couldn't see any team bar those two winning the league. I said either Liverpool win it or Manchester City win it. And Liverpool are out of it now, I would say.
Do we have that? So do we have City again in the league? We
do play City again, yes.
That's right. That's what I knew there was a reason why I thought it. That's the reason why I'm saying it's still possible. If you're still in I'm not talking about form or whatever is going on with us at the moment. I'm literally saying
Come on.
I literally think because of where we are and the fact we play him again, if we didn't play him again, I'd say it's pretty much a wrap. Right. But the fact we play him again, even though we know what City are about, when we seem to play him, if anything, it's kind of weird. We seem to have a bit of the upper hand, I'd say, within the last year or so against City. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think our players would actually fancy playing City right now, even though City are in the ascendancy. We still seem to
be up for it.
We're up for it. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, if anyone can, I'd say us. Also, I would say one thing is Leicester, for me, like super sneaky at the moment. They're like a thief in the night. So for me, they are still in and
because they're 7 points behind with a game in hand. I tell you what, City's running's interesting to say the least. See, people were trying to tell me, like, shout out to Jan City. She was trying to tell me this is like their running in February is tough. I wouldn't go that far, but go and continue. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. I'll let you two keep going. So I think this is done. Now, so here's the running. They've got Spurs. Yeah. Then they've got on Wednesday the 17th. They've got Everton away, which is notoriously a terrible game for them.
Yeah.
They've then got Arsenal away.
City Arsenal is normally an interesting game as well. It's never as straightforward.
West Ham now could turn up and do anything.
Yeah.
You've then got United. Then you've got Fulham away, who have started to hit form in. They could be fighting for relegation, so that's a difficult game. Wolves Leicester, Leeds, Aston Villa. That. And
then what? Who they got very last?
You lot keep going. And then they've got. They've got Crystal Palace, then Chelsea, then Newcastle away, Brighton away, then Everton at home.
I'm telling you right now.
Go on.
That Everton game, last game day of the season. Yeah. Depending where Everton are and where they're trying to be. That will be very interesting because you can almost say you're playing a top 6 rival your last game of the season. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, you don't normally play a big game on the last day of the season as a big team. It's normally for some reason it's quite weird when you think about it. You normally have like almost like a wind down game. You know what I mean? It's like a game with nothing to it. You know what I'm saying?
No one's really playing for anything at that point, but there's a strong possibility Everton could be playing for something.
Everton could be saying, right, it could be
to finish the top 4.
It could be either. It could either be points for Champions League or it could be points for Europa League.
Yes, that's
true. You know what I mean? Like they're not in Europa League at the moment, and if they wanted to do it gradually, I'd say that's a good step up. Go in Europa League, compete in that. Do you know what I mean? Do your thing in there, and then go, for the Champions League. Try and get in the Champions League. A year or so later. So I think that actually fits in with the model of where Everton want to go. So that's why I would say, even when you throw in, literally, just look at that one there. Just scroll down a bit. Literally, when I'm looking at Wolves, Leicester, Leeds, and Villa. See, any other season. So if this is like 5 years ago, we're not even counting them games. Right, but I'm telling you right now, Leeds, no, they could beat them 6-0. They could beat them 6-4. Or Leeds could do a madness, and you know what I'm saying? The Leicester game will be a hard game.
Of course.
Yeah. Wolves are notoriously difficult. You know what I mean?
Even though they've not been themselves, it's not an easy game.
Yeah, it's not an easy game. You know that Wolves could turn up on that day.
Yeah, definitely.
And Wolves, if Wolves beat City 2-1 that day, or even 3-1, you're not going to be like, oh my God, because you know they've got it. You know what I mean? You know they're capable. And then even even when you say Villa, look at Villa at the moment as well. So that could be it. Look, if you look at that game,
I'm looking at the fixtures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll tell you what.
Villa game, the last 6 league games of the season. The Villa will then be looking at their points to see where they need to be. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? Palace might need some points to avoid relegation. They'll be playing their hearts out. Right. Brighton the same. Do you get what I'm saying? So in terms of the fixtures, it might be a lot more trickier than it looks on paper. That's not to say it's nothing they can't negotiate, but I don't think that's an easy running.
So then let's look at Leicester. Right. So they've got us at home. Next game, Villa away, Arsenal at home, right? Then you've got Brighton away, Sheffield United
I'm hoping it.
at home, Burnley away. Now, this is where it gets interesting from April onwards. Manchester City, West Ham away, West Brom, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Newcastle. The last 3 games of the season.
Wow.
Yeah,
United away, Chelsea away, and Tottenham at home.
Wow.
Leicester going to have a big say on top 4, I would say top 6.
Leicester could literally end up either in it or right out of it.
Literally.
They could end up 8th.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because everyone who they're playing, look, even Southampton, everyone who they're playing is in and around West Ham. They're trying to get,
West Ham, they literally play City, West Ham, and then obviously you got the 4 games in between that, and then you've got Chelsea, United, and Spurs after that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So 5 out of there? What is that, like 4 out of their last 9?
Yeah.
You could say against their rivals. And I suppose as a team, that's what you want. You want it in your own hands.
And then even we're not counting Arsenal in that conversation because of where they are in the table at the moment. But that's a tricky game for Leicester.
For Leicester, yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's not a run of the mill game. So Brighton as well. We've seen how stubborn and frustrating Brighton have been this season against the bigger teams. Because if I remember rightly now, they've took points off Liverpool, Tottenham. I'm sure they even took. Who else did they take points off?
Arsenal.
Do you get what I mean? So they're looking like someone who I think he prefers the bigger games. I think the Brighton manager.
Graham Potter.
I think he prefers the bigger games because I don't know. It gives him it's like a bit of a showcase. He can show what he can do. Do you know what I mean? I get that feeling from him sometimes when he plays the bigger teams. He gets his team right up for it. Right. Some of them players, play out the skins when they're playing some of the big teams.
So that's Leicester's running. Now we're moving on. I'm going to do Manchester United, then Liverpool straight after each other. So
is this United, the fixtures all right? And then I'm going to pitch in and give my thoughts on City, but go on, continue.
So then you've got United, West Brom away, Newcastle at home, Chelsea away, Manchester City away, West Ham at home, Crystal Palace away, Brighton at home. This is where it gets interesting. Spurs away, Burnley at home, Leeds away, Liverpool at home, Aston Villa away, Leicester at home, Fulham at home, and then you're away at Wolves last game of the season.
Ours is. I'd say that's. You know what ours is? Ours is very. It's like, if I'm remembering rightly what you said, it's kind of like one hard game, one okay game, one hard game, one. So that's where you just need to be on point.
Yeah.
And if you're not, a lot of points can get dropped there. That could be another dramatic drop. So that's where, if I'm going off at the moment, I'm not very confident. Do you get what I'm saying? But if I'm gonna go off team on paper, I'll be quite confident. But with the weekend's result for United, that's a totally different kettle of fish. But at the same time, I will say I'm still very confident in where United are this season.
I'll tell you what though, April, May specifically in the Premier League has got some ridiculous games.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So this is Liverpool's running. We've got Leicester away, Everton at home.
Wow.
Sheffield United away, Fulham at home, Wolves away, Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, Villa at home, Leeds away, Newcastle at home, Manchester United away. Just wait. So then but then the last 4 games we've got Southampton at home, West Brom, Burnley, Crystal Palace at home.
That's where I use because you see, this is what I mean. Oh. Now, when we've seen the table now, if you actually look at it, I'd say Liverpool's isn't the kindest, but they've got a good run of games they should win.
I get what you're saying.
Whereas a lot of other teams didn't have a run of games they should win. Mm-hmm. They were all mixed in, or they had a run of hard games and then 1 or 2. So that might work in Liverpool's favour. Do you get what I'm saying?
I said this already. Liverpool will finish in the top 4.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think they'll get top
people
4.
talking about they're not going to finish. I think they'll finish in the top 4 simply because I still think they have quality. Number 1 and 2, the quality around them isn't the greatest. If there was 2 or 3 teams flying around them, I'd be like, Liverpool are in trouble. The fact they've been this bad, all the injuries they have, etc., and are still in the mix, tells you all you need to know. Like, we're talking about Leicester. Yeah, Leicester have had a good season. Liverpool have had this terrible season. Leicester are 3 points above Liverpool. So if Liverpool pick up any sort of form, I think Leicester will do what they did last season in terms of fall out of it right at the end. I think the running that having seen the running that Leicester have right at the end, even though you won it in your hands because then it's then it's in your own destiny, I think they'll fall short simply because they don't have the quality like that, even though they're a good side and have a good manager. On Manchester City, the reason why I think it's done, not only because of how good City are and how good they've been defensively, even if they slip up, there is nobody to capitalize. So let's say, for instance, they have a game in hand. If they win that, they go 8 points clear of Manchester United, which means somewhere along them lines, City have to draw and lose, give or take 3 or 4 games, and United have to win 3 or 4 games in a row. The same goes for Leicester. It's even worse for Liverpool because they're 13 points behind, which is 5 or 6 games. So somewhere 5, 6, 7 games, however many games you want to call it. Well, not 5, 6, 7, that's too many. But like 5 games, for instance. Manchester City have to lose or draw, and Liverpool have to win them all. I don't see any side in the league being good enough to do that. To me, it's done. Like, we talk about City's running. I think it's over before we get there. I think this run, like, I'm looking at it now, they're 8 points clear. And I think we're talking Everton. I think it's definitely done before Everton.
Yeah.
I think it's done before Brighton. You know what? Chelsea could be the deciding game. I think they wrap this up with 4 or 5 games to go.
It's funny you should say that because that's where they lost the league last season.
What, against Chelsea? Yeah. It was away at Chelsea they lost the league, wasn't it?
You know what? We're not factoring in though.
I think this could be done by May. You know what? If teams continue long, because I'm looking at consistency, I think Leicester will fall off. United will be inconsistent. Liverpool will be 13 points behind if City win their next game.
You know what it is?
This could be by Crystal Palace. Could be the win. It could be done by end of April.
It could be, but one thing I will factor in for City is the Champions League
coming in
and that EFL Cup final.
Oh, the one against Spurs and the 20th of April.
So I'm not even talking in terms of them losing the games. I'm talking in terms of injuries or do you know what I mean? Playing more games. It might be one of them where certain people are playing, and so like, I don't know.
Go on.
Are Leicester still in the Europa League?
Yes, Leicester are in the Europa League.
Leicester in the Europa League. Do you know what I mean? So I think everyone who is actually up there is still in some form of European competition.
Everybody.
Yeah. Apart from Everton. So do you know what I mean?
Which I think will play in their hands anyway, because I think, like you said, them finishing top 7 is good enough for them. And the manager they have, the players they have, they'll do okay. But you'll see, like, Everton always have a result getting beat by Newcastle at home. Yeah. Simply because of their that's just a lack of quality. That's nothing to do with the manager. That's it. And when I was shout out to Blues Boys Network, their home form has not been good. But that being said, I heard one of the commentators saying one of the games I'm watching that away wins are up. And that goes to show, obviously, without fans, how impactful fans are on games. Because I think if you look at most teams, I could be wrong here. Obviously, Stro, I beg you, try and get it up in terms of home form and away form. Pretty much all the top teams, their away record is better. I don't know about Manchester City. I know Manchester United's away form's better. Everton's away form's better. Is Liverpool your away form better too? Yeah. Your away form's better. Leicester's away form's better. So 4 of the top 7 we're talking about, I've just named off the top of my head. All their away form is better. But yeah, go on.
If you look at Liverpool specifically in the home form, this is where it gets interesting. If you take your tinfoil hat off, right, and you look at it from a neutral and a different perspective, right, is look at the Brighton game, the Burnley game. If there's fans in that stadium, we don't lose them games.
I agree with you.
And we discussed this. The teams who not having fans is probably going to have the most impact on. We said from the jump, Liverpool was up there.
Yes.
Because you don't realise what kind of a fortress it is. It's just the little things. And it's like, as defenders who are going there, it throws you off your game. Whereas you've got, for example, you've got Graham Potter going there. You've got Sam Allardyce going there and sitting back. And they can comfortably do that because they've not got anyone in the ground, which... Anfield, when it's rocking, is an intimidating place. Yeah. Like Guardiola talks about it. Yeah. Cafu, people who have been there have talked said, what's your favourite European ground when it's full and it's lively? Anfield. And there's a reason
It's not the greatest stadium. Manchester United Stadium's a work of art, stunning. Same with Tottenham's, but historically in the atmosphere that it creates, it's unmatched at times. So we're having a massive hit with that, and that's why then you see when we lose one at home, we then lose back to back. Like I was not surprised. I knew it was going to come because there's no fans there, and we're struggling specifically. And then you can see it in the players. Some of the players thrive off that kind of environment. Yeah. Some players like wilt under it. So it's no surprise to me that, like you said, I'd probably say 5 out of the top 6 teams.
I think it's minus Manchester City. I think everybody else.
That's what I mean, 5 out of the top 6.
Yeah, literally is. Yeah, that's the craziest part. I think everyone does. I'm not sure about West Ham, but I know Everton. I'm not too sure on Chelsea, which we will touch on the Tuchel. Liverpool, like you spoke on, Leicester United, and Everton, who are in 7th as well. But yeah, I'm looking at look at City's fixtures. So we said here, we spoke on it. So if you look at Manchester City's fixtures, obviously they got Swansea in the FA Cup on Wednesday, but league form, Spurs at home. I watched Spurs against Chelsea. They're in free for all. Even though they won on the weekend, Mourinho has Mourinho there. Like that. The car crash hasn't happened, but it's on its way. It's just, it's on its way, I'm telling you. When you see players walking around, that tells you all you need to know. Everton away, okay, tough game. Everton's home form hasn't been the best. Arsenal away, I don't class as a tough game. Like that, if you're chasing the title, that's a fixture you want. Simply because Arsenal are not the best. West Ham at home, even though, they're high in the table, they're 6th. I watched them against Fulham this weekend. They're not a good side. You know what I mean? West Ham. They're effective, but they're not.
They're not a footballing side.
Yeah, there's nothing to, like, if I'm Manchester City and if my team's chasing the title, I don't fear them. Respect, yes, but I don't fear them. Plus, you're at home. Okay.
They're not going to play you off the park, innit? They're not going to...
They'll be spirited, but your quality should shine through. Obviously, Manchester derby, you never know. Then they got Fulham away, which you would expect them to win. See, I think their fixtures after the Fulham game, they're the tougher ones. So Wolves at home.
Yes.
Leicester away.
Yes.
Leeds at home. Villa.
That could be that. See that 4 games there. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
That could be where a switch happens if they're not on point.
Yeah, for that 4.
Do you know what I'm saying? If they're not on point for them 4 games and they, I don't know, win 1, draw 1, lose 1.
Yes.
Someone else gains momentum. Someone else. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying, but I think by that period, by the time they play Wolves, I don't think it's mathematically over. But I think we're all looking at it and being like, it's all. I think this is done anyway. But I think that confirms it by the time they play Wolves on the 20th of March. Like I said, teams might be in mathematical distance, so a team might be 8 points behind, 8 points behind, 7 points behind, but I don't see anybody being close enough to them to capitalize on them. I look at, like I said, United. If you look at the table, obviously United currently in 2nd. I don't think we have it. I think Leicester will eventually fall off. Like, even if you look at Leicester's recent form, they've won 2 out of their last 5 games. Liverpool, I think, are too far. 13 points is too much, and then everyone else is way behind your Chelsea's, your West Ham. So literally...
Whoa, Chelsea's a point behind Liverpool.
Yeah, Chelsea have been on a run. Yeah, Tuchel, which we'll get into. So it's literally, we're looking at is City or Leicester.
But here's the thing.
City or Leicester. United or Leicester. And I don't think either side is capable of putting runs together to catch them.
But you're underestimating something.
Go on. What am I missing?
Massive.
Sell me.
No, I agree. It's done. And even if it wasn't done before... Let's say, for example, we were still 5 points behind.
Yeah.
Psychologically, them going to Anfield with a terrible record, they've not won there since 2003 when Anelka got a double, right? And they won 2-1. That's a psychological blow to us, but that's a psychological boost for them because they've not done that in nearly 18 years. So for them to turn up and do that when we've just become champions, regardless of how depleted the squad is, that kind of a performance, which I want to touch on in a minute, is... That was a coming out party for Phil Foden in the second half specifically because first half he was non-existent.
And you know what? You know why that is? Sorry to put you there. I was watching it with my cousin and we were like, Foden up front. And I said, you know what though? He might do something, but if he gets into his flow, he will damage that team because he's very direct. And I think that's what's happened as soon as he brought on. I think he brought on Jesus and then moved Foden out to the wing and then they scored 3 goals. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, sorry, go on, Stro.
Well, yeah, before you continue, Stro, salute to everybody who's in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the video. Get the likes up on the video, people. Please make sure you share also. Share it across all your socials. And subscribe to the Pi Radio YouTube. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is from a Third Eye View. If you're watching on the Pi Radio Twitter, make sure you retweet the tweet. Retweet the tweet, people. Like the tweet also. Follow. We're all tagged in the tweet too, so follow all us free and the From a Third Eye View. And the From a Third Eye View Twitter. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like the video, make sure you share it also. We'll get to some of the comments. Big up Billy, he says big up Flawless, work rate tough, big up to you. Big up Zane, who's always there, he says always got time for the lads. Get me my condolences, I know you're an Arsenal fan. Big up John, watching all the way from Singapore, salute to you, John. Zane says JV, it only takes 1 L to change anyone's mind this season, just turned out to be a madness, but it's over in my opinion. Chorus says hold tight the man then, big up to you. Zane said it's hard to predict, lads. I disagree with that, Zane. You know what I'm saying? I think everyone's fighting for second place. And that being said, I think the top 4 solidified. Because I think the top 4 solidified.
Go back on
you look at the table here, I said the top 4 is going to be the same as last season. City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. Where them 4 minus City, I don't know about it. I need to think more about where the other 3 will be. But I spoke on it. Everyone's talking about how bad a season Liverpool have had. They've not had a good season. How bad Chelsea have been. They sacked their manager. Liverpool are 3 points off Leicester. Chelsea are 4 points off Leicester. Liverpool have 1 better goal difference. Chelsea have the same. Chelsea are on a charge. And they have a quality team. I've said this. Why did I say on this very radio station? The only team that worries me outside of City and Liverpool for Manchester United is Chelsea. Because I could see they have a squad. The only doubt was the manager. Now they've got a manager who's added into it. Like I looked at their bench, and in their last few games, they had Ziyech, Abraham, Werner, Kante, all on the bench. I'm like, wow, you might actually have ballers on the bench. I've been saying this about their squad. Chilwell was on there.
Have you not noticed though what's happening though?
Yeah, go on.
He's just playing man in position.
It's mad.
That's it.
It's mad, isn't it?
Just hella simple.
It's mad.
You know
Change it to a back 3 and play Alonso as a left wing back and stuff like that. Man, play Thiago Silva cushion.
Aspilicueta as your third centre back in this and just.
I play Reece James, which we spoke about. Play Reece James as a wing back.
Hella basics.
So play Giroud up top.
You know what I'm saying?
Go on.
Top 4 is not done. And
you don't think the top 4?
No, I'll tell you.
Before you continue, have you got a top 4 prediction yet?
Nope.
All right, go on. Tell me why it's not done, innit? Because I'm already in my head. I'm like, yeah, this is finished.
So I'm going to talk about one particular team.
Go on.
And it's the current champions at the minute. Here's the big problem Liverpool are experiencing and are having, right? So, yes, we're depleted with injuries. Yes, I've never seen this amount of injuries to this amount of players before. When you go into a season and you lose all 4 people who are going to be playing centre-back and 3 of them for the season, it's ridiculous, right? No one can account for that. Here's the problem, though, is the build-up play specifically, right? Here's a stat for you. Liverpool have played the most passes in the Premier League this season. 15,292.
Yeah. I like style.
Man City have played 14,967. Then Chelsea at 14,649, and then United at 12,677. United are the current top goal scorers in the Premier League.
Yes.
What does that tell you?
That we are very good going forward.
And you are very direct.
That we're in the twilight zone.
that you're very direct when it comes to it. Liverpool last season were very direct, right? Now, there's a reason why you'll see a pocket of fans on social media, Liverpool fans specifically, that are saying that it's because of Thiago. No, it's not. Let me make this clear. If you watch the game yesterday, we didn't come out like the normal Liverpool in the top 6 game. For the first 30 minutes, we were unplayable. That didn't happen, right? Obviously, confidence is shot.
Man likes to keep giving you your props. He says Statman Stro, but can carry on.
So obviously, the confidence was shot, and we just didn't look the same. We grew into that game. Even after the penalty, we were the better team in that first half. And I lost count how many times I seen Thiago pick the ball up, fire it into Wijnaldum, fired it into Curtis Jones, and then we're turning back and going back to the defence, or we're turning back and going back to Thiago, who's then trying to dictate, and then he's then trying to get the ball out wide.
Just want to say big up to Abdul, big up Amazing Jay, who just says big up the guys, innit? I'm up. If I do miss your comment, it's not on purpose. So yeah, go on, carry on.
So the build-up play is a big one, because the build-up play then has a direct impact on the front 3. And what the front 3 struggled with this season? Confidence, form, goal scoring. Because the build-up play behind him isn't working, and I'll tell you why it's not working. So, Van Dijk injury, let's forget Van Dijk's injured, yeah? That's just insert player name, right?
Yeah.
When you have to play Fabinho and Henderson at centre-back, specifically, you lose something significant going forward. And what I mean by that is, if you look at Robertson and Trent, them two haven't really been the same this season.
That is true. Yeah.
Because if you look at what they've done, and Liverpool's standard 11 would be Trent, the two backs, and then you'd have Henderson to the right, you'd have Fabinho in the middle, and Wijnaldum to the left, which then meant whenever Robertson went forward, Wijnaldum would naturally slip in. Whenever Trent would go forward, Henderson would naturally slip in. But then what you'd also see is you'd create a 3-on-1 overload in attacking wide areas. So you'd see Wijnaldum available to knock the ball. So Mane would go in, Robertson would make the overlap, Wijnaldum would play the pass, Mane would make the run into the box, and vice versa on the other side. Yeah. Wijnaldum's now playing from the right. Why is that? Because Wijnaldum's defensively minded.
Right.
Who's our most attacking fullback?
Trent.
Which then means that it has a direct impact on Trent, because we've played the game, right? You'll go on the pitch, you'll build relationship with players.
Yes.
So you, without even looking, I'd know where he's running, and I'm going to put it in that position. So take Fabinho and Henderson out, you're then having to directly impact Wijnaldum doing that role to the left, which then impacts Robertson, which then impacts Mane, because he's then trying to overdo stuff in the attacking areas because he's not got the Wijnaldum behind him, he's not got Robertson, so he's trying to do more stuff, which then affects his game.
Side, yes.
Look at Salah. Exactly the same thing.
With Trent
and Henderson.
Okay,
Henderson's not there.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
Then that has an impact on Firmino. Because naturally Firmino's dropping into them areas and sometimes creating a 4-on-1. He can't do that. He's having to come naturally deeper and deeper, which means our build-up play is non-existent at times. That's the issue Liverpool are having. Forget the injuries. We're not saying Van Dijk. It's the impact it's having on the team going forward, and that's why attacking-wise, we can't break teams down. The build-up play is too slow.
Yeah.
Whereas, you notice obviously forget the result yesterday, in the top 6 games,
we've got
the best record because they're not sitting back, because it's a naturally faster pace, which suits them. Whereas you go against, for example, a Burnley, a Brighton at home, who would naturally sitting back and hit you on the counter attack. A Tottenham, a team who's set up like that. Liverpool have struggled this season. Look at Liverpool's form against the top 6 teams. We've dropped the most points out of any top 6 team to a bottom 6 team because the build-up play is notoriously slow.
And everyone can go and sit back.
And everyone can sit back. Instead of, you look at Liverpool last season, we were just, as soon as we got the ball, we were in. Yeah. But 1 killer pass over the top, 1 killer pass through the line.
Very direct.
You know
we can't do that now.
It's what I always say. I say it in jest and I say it jokey about the midfield, the 666 midfields and demon midfielder, I call them. But what they actually do, they allow for that team to operate.
Yes.
So even though people are looking at Van Dijk not being there as the cause, it's actually it's not that. I actually think even if they had Van Dijk, but then you say Henderson and Fabinho are out, you'd see something similar. They probably wouldn't lose as many games because they still have the defensive backup from Van Dijk, but it would be a lot harder for them to attack. Do you get what I mean? Because their midfield basically does all of the dirty work. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, exactly what you're saying.
Their midfield is an important cog in the machine, but it's not the recognized one. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you're talking about a car, man will tell you the engine, the this, the that, but there will be something little bolt like this big or something be in the middle of that car. No one knows its name unless you're a mechanic.
Yeah.
But that keeps everything going.
Keeps everything
ticking over.
Saying?
There's probably one little bolt which holds everything together. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what their midfield is. Their midfield cannot work. I mean, their team cannot work without that midfield. They actually bypass it in terms of they don't use it directly to attack, whereas it's not Henderson's not putting through a pass to Firmino to score. Do you get what I mean? He might do one over the top for Salah and Mane to run diagonal onto, but do you get what I mean? Their midfield are not traditionally playmakers. That's where I'm coming from. That's why you see someone like Trent and Robinson have got so many assists over this time period.
Where they'll do the creative work that normally a 10 or 8 might do in that situation.
Like if you look at it tactically, if their 2 centre backs are still there, and then you've got the 3 in front of him, the fullbacks can do what they want all day.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
You've got two central midfielders who are going to drop in and make it a back four.
And here's the biggest impact as well is there has been times you can go back in games and watch it where Liverpool have just gone 2 for 2, defended 2-on-2, Gomez and Van Dijk, because they've got everything.
Yeah, you can
pace,
do that.
Power. Like, you're not going to beat them for pace. You're not going to beat them over the top. You're not going to bully them off the ball. So they could go 2 for 2. So then what that means is Henderson and Wijnaldum can naturally, that's why they'll camp on a halfway line. They will then camp on the edge of their box. Good luck getting out of that. It's a brick wall. It's coming back to you. We can't do that now. How many times have I sat on here this season and said teams are getting out of our press too much? Because
there's no wave after attack.
Because the build-up play is too slow, but secondly, there's no one that's mopping that up. That's what Fabinho's there for. Henderson's not there to mop it up. Henderson's not there to drive it forward. If you watch that game yesterday, how many times did you see Henderson drive out of centre defence? He was in midfield and he was pinging balls in.
I did see him a couple of times play some nice balls.
Because we missed that in midfield.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, last season, Atletico Madrid, Champions League, Henderson doesn't play away. We lose the game. Watford, the first game we lost all season, Henderson's not there. We lose the game. That's not just once in a blue moon. It's a coincidence because of the impact that he has on the team specifically. And for example, when he's not there, then Wijnaldum then moves, and you're moving parts of like you said, a car, a clog that's naturally just ticking over, and it's just working. It's workmanlike. You take them out, and it has a significant impact. And then, for example, yesterday's game, you then play in a defense which Alisson doesn't really have confidence in because he's playing Henderson there, and he's never really played there. You can tell it's shot, and then Alisson makes that insane mistake, right?
Yeah,
mad.
Here's my issue with the second mistake.
Go on.
Once she's made that mistake, like I said, we've all played ball, yeah? You've seen it when a player makes a mistake, his head's gone for what, a couple minutes?
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
You naturally don't pass the ball to him.
Nah, I told the manager.
Why?
Yeah,
Why is it 2 minutes later is Gini Wijnaldum passing the ball directly to him?
Yeah.
Take responsibility. Get rid of the ball yourself.
Yep.
Let him just clear his thoughts for a couple of minutes. Because then if you watch the highlights and you watch specifically what happened, the ball goes back to Alisson and Fabinho naturally drops off to receive the ball. The ball's short. It's behind him. There's no pace on it because his head's gone. Yeah. So why are you putting him in that situation in the first place? And then the ball goes back to him again, and he just kicks it directly to Foden. Like, I'm sorry, I understand the professional players. Yes, Alisson doesn't make that many mistakes. Alisson has saved us time after time, but you're putting him in a position because there's no leadership on the midfield.
Yes.
That's the issue.
I was going to say that.
Someone to take accountability and ownership.
Yes, I was going to say that. I literally do feel as if watching this Liverpool team recently, I think they're struggling with putting Henderson in defence. They're missing the leadership which he can bring to the team. Sometimes it's all right if your centre back's doing all the shouting, but if your centre back's doing all the shouting and he's all the way down there, it's not the same as if
it's someone in the middle of the park who you can hear.
Like literally,
clarity. Yeah,
that's why you normally have a centre back, and it's normally your centre back, and then you have someone in the centre mid who then, if they're not the actual captain, they relay it to everyone.
They'll replicate it.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
They say down the span of your team. That's why most successful captains have been central midfielders or centre backs.
So it's like, and this is the thing. So Liverpool have done a few videos where they've released clips of Henderson just shouting through games just to show his leadership, right? Because people don't respect it enough. I've lost count how many times in these clips I've heard him screaming at Wijnaldum, speed it up, quicker, quicker, speed it up, Trent, move it quicker, Firmino, quicker. Because he can see it from where it is. Yeah. Centre back, you've got the view of the whole pitch.
You can see exactly what's going on. Yeah.
So that's why yesterday I wasn't surprised to see him driving out of midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, driving out of centre back into midfield. And this is why I'm saying I don't think top four's out of the question until at this point Klopp needs to just put Kabak in, keep Fabinho where he is, just put Henderson in the midfield, and what's the impact it has.
I said I know it will be his first game, yeah. And I was making this point the other day on a show with Flawless. You can have someone who's filling in a position, yeah? Mm-hmm. So you can have someone who's filling in as a centre-back. Their ability to play centre-back will still be less than someone who is inexperienced in that league, who is, maybe not as good as the centre-back that they're trying to replace, but it still makes sense. So for me yesterday, play Kabak. He's actually a centre-back. It made more sense yesterday to play Kabak and Fabinho. That would have made sense. Do you get what I'm saying? That would have made more sense. But the fact that they've gone with Henderson again, is, I'm going to put it out there. I think it's a Klopp error. Because as much as, if you really deep it, City are playing without a centre-back, without a centre-forward. So surely that's a very valid point. You get what I'm saying? Surely then you adapt on that. So that's where I'd say, I won't say that's lost you the match, but at one point, I was watching this and I was thinking, bro, they've not got an Aguero in there.
There's no 9.
They've not got a target man type who you need to make sure there's a because I think one thing I would say, I think Henderson and Fabinho are in there for their height as well. I think they're in there. I think they're in there because they look like traditional centre backs. If you didn't know, I'd say not even traditional. I'd say Fabinho looks like the modern day centre back, not as built,
yes,
but he's tall, good with the ball at his feet. Do you know what I mean? Football brain. So
me.
Rewind that.
That's where
for City's goal.
That's where I'd say it would make more sense to have
keep going.
That Kabak in there.
Keep going to when.
Oh, you want to go to the first phase?
Right, stop it there. Right. So
here we go with that MNF and that. You know what I'm saying? Third eye MNF.
No, because there's something specific which I was talking on, and you can see it clear as day here. Actually, go back to the penalty they first get.
The first,
Okay. So here's my issue, right? So Klopp came out and said that, look, Kabak only had one training session. Pause it there.
Yeah.
Right. Kabak's only had one training session, and the way we defend, he needs to learn it, which is fine. I understand it, right? Here's my issue. What straight away can you see there?
Where? From who?
From Sterling.
Sterling's fronting up Trent.
Yeah, 1-on-1.
Yes. Trent's in a totally wrong position, body-wise.
Who's
that? Is that Thiago? That's Thiago.
Where's Wijnaldum?
Wijnaldum is there. That's Wijnaldum. Where do you think Wijnaldum should be?
Wijnaldum should be where Thiago is, but a bit deeper towards the 2-on-1. Exactly what Henderson would be doing.
True.
Right? So then look what happens. Play it on.
He gets isolated.
Look, he then skips through, and then he gets the penalty. Yeah. Right? Fast forward it to the
one second. Just stop there. You see that foul from Fabinho?
Yeah, that's a midfielder's tackle. As you was going to say,
that's a midfider's tackle, which he does on the halfway line, and he gets away with.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I swear down, me and my cousin was watching this. Literally said, "Yo."
I knew he was going to say that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally, that's a midfield. You see them do that all the time.
Yeah, I'm a midfielder. I do it regular.
Even if it's like, I don't know, 80 something minute,
and you're bringing him down.
Yeah. Just take him down.
Pause it now. All right. Just look. Who's that in the centre midfield
position? Where's the DM? You got Firmino and Wijnaldum.
Right, so why is Firmino there?
Why is Firmino? Why is Thiago ahead of... Yeah, that's true.
So you had two players in the 10 position.
And then look what happens. Right, play it on. Stop it now. Trent is now in the 2-on-1. Specifically.
That's wild.
Right? A 2-on-1. Can you see Wijnaldum in that picture?
No, you can't see Wijnaldum. Wait, yeah, that is Wijnaldum there.
Is that him on the edge?
That's Wijnaldum.
Why is Wijnaldum there? Why is Firmino there specifically? Wijnaldum should be where
Foden is.
That's where Wijnaldum should be, because it's a 2-on-1. You cannot leave Trent in a 1-on-1 position against someone like that. And we've not done that for 2 years.
Yes.
Because Henderson's there.
The last time you did that, when was the last time you did that?
Rashford
at Old Trafford.
Exactly my point. That's the last time. And look what happened. And look what happened. It's the same fundamental error. Sterling cuts inside because the way Trent, his body positioning is all wrong, and he's not standing him up properly.
Yeah.
Right, because he's not showing him the line. Look, he goes too far past him, which then means he can just cut inside.
Yeah.
Look, even then, it's still a 2-on-1. No one's reacting.
Yeah, Fabinho's not even come out or anything.
Yeah.
But again, maybe a centre half comes out there.
Yes. Do you get what I'm saying?
And Gomez might come out there.
Yeah.
A Kabak comes out there, whether he knows how you defend or not. His natural instinct
is to go out there and confront the danger.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Whereas Fabinho as a centre mid, let me fill in.
He's
fill in. Yes, sit and fill in. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Come to me.
Space. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then look what happens. Right, so go back a bit. Just before they shoot the shot.
Just before Foden shoots, yeah.
Right, look, so pause it. Then now. Foden has then made a run off who?
Wijnaldum. I think it was Wijnaldum, yeah.
So what's he doing? Which then means Henderson's having to go over, which then leaves who?
Gundogan.
But Robertson's then got him behind him, so now he's in a position where he's in a 2-on-1. So which one do you go with?
Do you go with Gundogan or do you go with Maris? That's mad.
You know what's mad?
But the way you can watch goals and break it down, because I'm learning so much that I didn't know.
The way I'm watching this, and I'm going to put this out there, the way I'm watching this, it seems as if I'm thinking down a goal that United have had scored against them. where you see our centre backs not doing things properly, and then it leaves the full backs isolated. Because we always say that Shaw always ends up in that position. Then,
Shaw does end up
always ends up in that position
where Robertson is now.
Exactly the same, and that's because of the centre backs. So that just shows you how much having a proper centre back around, what it does for your whole team.
Yeah, of course it does.
Your whole team.
Because like you said, defenders are naturally going to do things like the way Fabinho sat in. A centre back, whether he's good enough or not, just comes out to confront that danger.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. So number one, right, you can rectify it by, if Ronaldo tracks the one, you can rectify that specifically, yeah? The fact that he hasn't then moves Henderson over. Robertson can then go over, but then the problem is you've then got
Mahrez behind
in the back post who's just got to tap in. So Robertson's in a catch-22 situation. Neither of them are good options for him.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, do you know what I mean? It's which one do you want to take your wife, him or him? Like you just
you know what? Even one thing I will say as well, even Thiago there. So I'll put it to you like this: you see, if Thiago's there, but then they've got their proper thing, and Fabinho's playing.
Yeah,
I think without the ball, Fabinho would actually be in the middle there with Gundogan,
and then Henderson's comfortable going over. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You get where I'm coming from. Yeah. I've always said this about Thiago. Play defensive midfield in Germany. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine, bro. You look excellent. In England, as a defensive midfielder, your number one job is destroyer. I don't care what anyone says.
You have to track runs and stuff like that.
Yes. If you're playing as a defensive midfielder in England, destroyer is your number one role. Everything else that comes with that after is a bonus. And I think some of these foreign players don't get that about when they come to England.
Yeah, so
he's probably thinking, that's not my game.
Yeah, I don't do that. You don't track runs.
I don't track runs.
You don't track runs
into the box.
So play on.
Which makes me a centre back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so then that happens, yeah. So
I think people are harsh on Alisson there, but I don't think he's at fault for that.
I was going to say,
and I'm harsh on goalkeepers, but I don't think he's at fault.
Alisson is 100% not at fault for that because he nearly saves it.
To be honest, I was going to say,
at the pace, look, he's 6 yards out.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about the second one. He nearly saves it.
Oh, the second one. No, I'm talking about this one.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying with this is what people see. This is where we now need to get the difference between people who don't play football, haven't, and people. Because I seen a man say he should have hit that out.
Yeah, you can't.
How could he hit that out with his left hand diving down? So it's supposed to do dive and scoop the ball.
People forget. That's not his fault. That's not his fault at all.
So if anything, what I'm going to say, I'm going to stick with my original point.
Yeah.
If there's someone with Gundogan there,
he clears that.
He clears it or he challenges him for it. Gundogan doesn't get a clear shot.
Corner,
he might fumble, the keeper scoops it up.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Or someone, a little fumble, kick it out for a corner. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So as much as people are blame Alisson for the first,
that's nice.
If Alisson doesn't make those mistakes later on, you're not trying to then blame the first on him.
Yeah, that's not his fault.
No.
So much has gone on before that.
Play it on.
That's not his fault. It's actually a good save, to be honest.
No. Look, he gets back up and gets a hand to it here.
That's mad as well.
He nearly saves it.
And you know what? I'm not going to lie. Robertson should have dived. Robertson should have stuck a foot out there, like more.
You reckon he should have threw his body in there, but he's thinking that Mahrez behind him. But I get what you're saying. Once that happens,
from when you see that danger, just body it on the. Because if he goes in there and you maybe even injure your keeper, but you know what I'm saying,
you might save the goal,
or you might mash my man up, or you know what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
All right, do me a favor, pause it now. Straight away, 2-1-2. Yeah,
with Trent and Fabinho's, Foden and Sterling.
What have you seen specifically Liverpool do in these kind of situations? So
ping in or
because there's someone there to collect it, and who's normally there to collect it?
Henderson.
Nope.
Fabinho.
There you go.
Well, because Fabinho's there playing centre back.
Where's Wijnaldum?
Wijnaldum is.
Where's Wally from?
Wijnaldum is there. Bernardo Silva, I believe that is right. He's right on top.
What's he doing there?
I have no idea.
You know what? He's
hiding.
He's trying to make it look like he's marking, but he's on the wrong side.
Yeah, he's hiding. Because you have the ball.
Right, so then
play
it on.
Lindelof.
So then we get lucky with this. Fast forward this because obviously.
We need to speak about Ruben Diaz with this because people are calling him best centre. Like, one, it's a penalty even though it's soft. Two, that's awful defending. We criticize centre backs on that. That's awful defending. Why is he gone with the wrong leg? What is he trying to do there?
You know what?
I'm lost. What is he? Is he trying to control that? Is he trying?
Yeah, I don't get that. Is he trying to even? You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to flick it over his head to my man.
Yeah, he's trying to flick it to Zinchenko. Just clear it.
He's believing.
Oh, you know what? You could let that run and just pass it back to Edison.
Yeah, more
you
time.
have options.
You
could easily let that run.
Look what happened when Liverpool go more direct.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes, it's a penalty as well. It's soft, but it's a penalty. Like it's a theatrical dive,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though.
It's a foul because look, he grabs him.
United penalty. We don't get that. I'll tell you right now, if that
because we ain't got the theatrical man, Salah. That's why. That's what it is.
You know one thing. I say one thing about this guy's penalties as well. His penalties are.
That's a good penalty.
Why the man dive though for his penalties? He never puts them in the corners, bro.
I've never seen him dive. Right. So this is my point. Pause it here.
Yeah.
Where is Wijnaldum?
That is Wijnaldum there behind
Why
Jesus.
is he hiding behind Jesus? If you come 5 yards to the right, it's a simple ball.
Right, yeah. Well, you know what though? I ain't gonna lie, right?
Yeah, because he's pointing.
Yeah, no, look, he's then jogging over. Why are you jogging over? Run!
I ain't gonna lie, you know. See, for me, this. You see this one?
Yeah,
that's on the manager.
Elaborate.
He's clearly not allowed to just smack it up. He has to look for a pass. Right there, that's a dangerous situation. Get it out.
I'm telling my keeper go long there. But that's just me. I don't really like the play now from the back.
All, but what you see, if I was to, I would say, right, I want you to do it, but
you'd be what's the word I'm looking for? Not versatile. You'd be flexible.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be like, flexible. If it's not looking like it and you're against a high energy forward line, such as that, just get it out. We then get our shape back. We go again.
Yeah.
So I watched this one again, and I was like, you know what? He had a chance to clear it, Alisson. And I don't know whether he has been told. No. Always look.
But then sometimes you have to take responsibility into your own hands as well.
Yes.
And just take stick from the manager. Yeah. If that is the case, go on, Stro.
So if you look at it from Alisson's point of view, right, he's looking for the option to just feed it in, right? He waits too long. He then thinks about going long, and at that point it's too late. Because look, now he's thinking shit. Now he plays that pass, right? Here's my problem. Right, so pause.
Fabinho clears it.
Yeah, so look. Yeah. So then, who does that land to?
I think it's Bernardo.
Zinchenko and then it's Bernardo Silva.
Look at this here. Once again.
Then he has gone long there.
Yeah, no, because he's tried to play a pass
to Robertson.
I think he tried a disguise pass.
But because he made the mistake 10 seconds before, his head's gone at that point.
Okay. Look how out of shape Liverpool are there.
Exactly.
They've got 4 man, literally.
Look at Trent Henderson. There's a 3-on-1.
There is a 3-on-1 on the back stick. That's Jesus, Gundogan, and Sterling. Yeah, that's.
So then he runs at Henderson. Henderson doesn't know what to do at this point because
this is a mess. You literally have 3 men who can score at this point. Even if Gundogan misses that, Sterling or Jesus can run onto that and get shot.
Yeah. Man, you've got 4 man because you can even roll it to him. You've got
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, you can even tap it in from there.
Oh, you could try a dink if you really wanted to be trying to cheeky. That's mad. That's mad.
And you know what though? I'll say from this one, I think he smelt blood. I think Foden, his football brain. This is where this is what I personally want to think because this is how it looked out to me. If you look at these next goals now, they're all pretty much the same.
Right. Pause it here. This is the point I wanted to make. Right.
That's Ronaldo on the ball, passing it back into the goalkeeper.
Exactly. So and then look.
I'm trying to think. All right. So Fabinho's on it there. So Fabinho, has to pass it into him.
Right.
Does Ronaldo go back to him?
No.
Nah,
what do you reckon he does?
Because if you
take a touch, pop it left. He's got to have more to his game.
Where's Salah at this point? Where's Salah at this point? Salah is.
Where's Salah?
No, so from a Liverpool point of view, Salah will be right at the bottom there. Okay. You can whip that ball to the line that Salah's getting it.
Take a touch and then whip it.
Get rid of it. Why are you going back? That is a criminal pass. It's a disgrace of a pass. Where is he meant to go there?
Man said it's a disgrace.
No, where's he meant to go as a goalkeeper? Where are you meant to go in that situation?
You got to touch out your feet and clear it.
Because it's to his weak foot.
Do you know what he'd have to do?
If you're going to do it, play it to his stronger foot so we can actually do something.
Okay, because he's right footed. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, what he'd have to do with that?
Yeah, take a touch, and that's what I'm saying. You take
a touch, just bang. Just got to bang that into the stand.
Yeah, then he's playing.
Look, but the fact you can tell his head's gone. Why are you playing it back to him?
Yeah.
Look, these men smelt blood, bro. They smelt blood. They said, and honestly, good players sense things.
Yeah,
I think they sensed.
All right, let's put it on. Let's put it on the keeper now.
Let's put it on. Let's get this high press on.
Yeah,
let's get this high press on.
Good pass by Bernardo Silva.
No, it's a great pass. It's a great pass.
If that's. I'll give it that classic line if that's Messi.
Yeah, we're talking different.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm waxing lyrical. Yeah. Man dinked it,
over the goalkeeper.
Over the keeper and an approaching defender. Do you get what I'm saying? Had the coolness.
That is because you could easily rush that.
Yeah.
You could easily rush that and get it wrong.
And look at the state of that back line.
Yeah, that is awful still. That's a mess.
So then this is my issue again. So play it on.
This kid.
Right, play it.
Because you're literally 5-on-2 in the box there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Just-
4, 5,
just play it
6-on-2.
Just play it on. He's only going to go one way.
Yeah, Robertson. That's on Robertson. I said this. Robertson needs to do more there. Like, you know, he's going to try. You want to show him the line.
But, and I genuinely stand by this. Yes, there's power on the shot. Alisson.
You reckon his head's gone?
Clear head. Saves that.
No, I don't know. Do you know why I don't think so?
Why?
No, I've seen him do it at
so
Messi.
quick. Now, you know what I'm trying to say about this one? Foden's took that early. Foden has made that look.
He's done a Greenwood.
Yes, Foden has, and this is what I always say about that early shooting. Foden has he's angled his body. The way he's looking up, if you almost look at that, it's almost like a no-look shot.
Yeah, because it's like he's going to roll it into
he's angled his body like he's going to roll it across the box or put it to the back post. And that shot.
I think that's a bit harsh on him. Like, I wouldn't say a keeper. You know what? I'm more. You've obviously done this before. I'm more on Robertson's case.
Watch this.
I'm way more on Robertson.
Look. So he just gives that look there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's the issue I have. Fundamentally, Liverpool's fullbacks have gone past the winger, which then gives them the opportunity.
To
whereas, for example, JV is going down the line, right?
Yeah.
Now I know he's left-footed. I'm not going to go here and let you cut in. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to go down the line then. Beat me that way.
Yeah.
Do not go past him and then let him go back that way.
On his stronger foot.
Because at that point, and if you look at Robertson specifically, once he's then gone, all of his weight is on his left foot.
And he can't get back across.
And then at that point, he then can't. So that's why he's then, if you look, he's then having to, his body's disjointed. Look how he's trying to block the shot.
That kid, though, he's something else.
No, he is specifically, but it's that goal you can prevent. Look,
you're talking about
on his left foot, all the weight is his left foot, and now he's having to turn his body.
Yeah, that's a bad defense.
That's what I mean.
You know what? I seen him. I don't normally listen to the Sky Sports people after and that, but I listened to one of them, and they were like, it almost as if Liverpool's, what do they say? The fullbacks don't get schooled on one-on-one defending, and
it's looking like that.
You can argue that. You could argue that no wonder he's put Henderson in as a centre back, because if you really deep it, Henderson is a better tackler than a Trent, than a Robertson. Do you know what I mean? And this is one thing why I would say, I think I was right a while ago when I said Liverpool are a system team, because now you've not got those cogs.
I don't think anyone would have really argued saying that they weren't. You can definitely tell they're a system team, but this is the point I was making, is the goals that we've conceded, even a penalty, Henderson's there, so it's never one-on-one defending. Wijnaldum's there, so it's never one-on-one defending. They're non-existent.
But here's the thing, like even when you said, when you got Fingy and, when you got Van Dijk and Gomez used to go 2-2. How many, there's plenty of times, I always reference it back to Feg, because that's what I know, innit? But there's plenty of times I could watch the match and it's Yapstam and Ronnie Hunton, and I'm like, yo, man, never get back, or like, someone get back and help you, even, you know what I mean? And
safety
it works.
First.
It works because the team's set up for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That team's not set up for that.
No. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even you know what it is? You see, even with the opposition, you see, if I leave 2-on-2, you're looking like, all right, 2-on-2, let me do something here. But 2-on-2, you have to then go and face up to a Stamp.
Yes.
You have to go face up to a Johnson. You have to go face up to a Gomez.
Yeah, or
face up to a Van Dijk.
Yeah.
So you actually, there's some players who don't want to do that. There's some players who would rather, someone whip it in and I try and let me see him get my chances if I see my reactions are quicker, if I can nick it in front of him before, you know what I mean? Before he tried. But when they know I have to go toe to toe and try and dribble past this person, there's some forwards who ain't about that life. Yeah. So it kind of even works in your own way. Because one thing I would say, if you seen yesterday that there was a 2-on-2, because they didn't really allow that to happen. But if there was a 2-on-2 yesterday and someone's got a run at a Henderson could probably deal with that. He can probably deal with you running at him. He'll chase you and do all of that. Yeah,
more comfortable than a Trent and a Robertson.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I think he continues to go with Henderson. But sooner or later, you're going to have to put in
a centre back.
Kabak will go in next to Fabinho at Leicester. I know it.
Oh no, they need it. If Vardy's about, don't do it to yourself.
Yeah,
don't.
Not with his movement.
No, yeah, his movement. This is, you know what I'm saying.
He wants to play. He wants to be playing against central midfielders playing.
Yeah, he will lick his lips. Even I'll put it to you this way: he'd lick his lips even if it was a Kabak, but at the same time he'll go, I'd have to be on point.
Yeah, because at least he's a defender.
Yeah,
He's gonna
but
make
if he sees
moves.
a Fabinho and a Henderson, he's like, right.
Especially with Trent and Robertson each on either side.
Yeah.
So
it'll be Kabak and Fabinho at centre back,
and then put Henderson back into midfield.
I'm telling you,
got to.
I'm telling you, that's exactly what will happen.
I think for me, it almost looks like Wijnaldum's been found out. To me, it looks almost as if Wijnaldum started to get targeted. By that match there, every time he was in the wrong, there was a City player right near him.
I think that might just be the press, but I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Nah, it's not,
someone to target in the press. Then
it's not just the press.
Even if it's
in the press.
Yeah, if you know, like, if everyone presses a certain way, it's fine. Yeah. But for me, Wijnaldum will probably be that chink in the armor of the pressing because he's not actually that player. This is one thing man have to understand about Henderson. Yeah. Henderson is not a naturally defensive-minded player. Do you get what I mean? He's not a naturally defensive-minded player. For me, he is an 8, and he's an 8 who prefers to go forward. Like I've always said, when it comes to internationals and he goes to Netherlands, he plays number 10. Do you get what I'm saying? He goes to Netherlands and he plays number 10. And when he actually plays number 10 for Netherlands, he pretty much either gets a G&A every match, gets a goal or an assist. You know what I'm saying? For you new schoolers who like all of that, he gets a goal and assist probably every other match when he's playing for Netherlands because that's his attacking instinct. But what people have to understand about football, it's a lot of instincts. If I've trained you for 20 years in this position and then you come to the first team and I go, wait, well, I want you here. It's like, what? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, as much as Henderson, due to his attributes, might be able to play good games at centre-back, he's not a centre-back. He's not got the instincts of a centre-back. Do you know what I mean? Same way, you have to look at Fabinho. Fabinho is someone who's played naturally as a right-back up until a few years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's also played defensive mid as well. Kind of like a Phil Neville, John O'Shea type of brother. You know what I'm saying? Some days he'll be here, some days he'll be there. That's the career he's had. Seems he's come to Liverpool now, you're a defensive mid. That's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? But his defensive instincts will still not be the same, even as that Reece Williams kid. Do you understand? That's someone who isn't experienced in the men's game, but that kid, depending on how long he's been in the academy, he might have played 10 years in the academy as a centre-back, and he's learned what you need to do.
Centre-back trade.
Yes, do you get what I'm saying? And that's why, as sooner or later, he's going to have to do it. You see why I think it worked with Pep when he did it with Fernandinho, because tactically, there was tactics employed there. I don't think there's much tactically when it comes to putting these guys in there.
But even then, though, with the Pep situation, look at the impact it had on the midfield.
Yeah.
And going forward.
Well, that's what he did, though. See, one thing I'll say with Pep, he then went out and got a Rodri then. Do you know what I'm saying? He realised there was a hole. He went, all right, well, I've got to now fill that hole. Do you know what I'm saying? And then now he's got his centre-backs back. My man's gone back into midfield. You know what I'm saying? My man's now competing with Rodri. Do you get what I'm saying?
Or playing next to him.
Playing next to him. So that's where that's the difference in between it. But one thing I will say is...
also, Klopp got the substitutions horribly wrong.
Go on, before we move on, give us your thoughts on that.
You don't take Curtis Jones off. In that game...
Losing for Milner.
So he brought Thiago off, which he understood because Thiago was on a yellow card, which he keeps getting these silly yellow cards because he just keeps diving in. But Foden got put through towards the end of the first half, and Curtis Jones was one that was covering. Curtis Jones was our best midfielder for that game.
Is it just me, or does he not seem to like letting him finish games?
I understand because he made a mistake against West Brom, which cost us the equaliser late on. So I understand why he does it, but you don't take Curtis Jones off in that situation. He was having a very good game, and he kept Foden quiet.
He was the, if anything, he was the energy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And we needed energy in that midfield because it was non-existent.
Yeah.
And then you bring Milner on, who's not an energy guy because he's getting on. So it just, for me, he got that horribly wrong. But it's one of them where you are going to make mistakes. And I understand what he was trying to do, going to the 4-2-3-1, but it just didn't work.
See, for me,
keep Curtis Jones on.
See, for me, the whole Milner thing, I look at Milner and I'll be like, yeah, excellent, fantastic servant. But Milner doesn't get near any other top team. I don't think he does. I think it's like Milner has to not be moved on, but you've been a fantastic servant.
You have to be less than a squad, like even a bit more of a bit part player.
Yeah.
Like,
do you get what I'm saying, innit?
You shouldn't be
coming off the bench at home to Manchester City?
No, not at all.
If you're coming off the bench at home to Brighton,
you know what it is. If he's coming off the bench at home to Manchester City and Liverpool are 3-1 up, you get it.
True that.
You get it. It makes sense. But when you're chasing a game or you're trying to impose yourself in a game, that's not a change for me.
Which is where you need a navigator and he's injured.
He's quite injury prone.
Quite injury. The guy got on a plane at John Lennon Airport in Liverpool, perfectly fit, was starting against Napoli, got off the plane in Naples, he's got a back and neck problem. When have you ever heard that happening?
Maybe Liverpool didn't pay for the extra, you get me, leg room, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have the neck, the neck cushion and that.
Man didn't have the extra,
he didn't have the neck cushion thing. I've been on planes, you get what I'm saying? I've not had that extra leg room. I'm told you man flew him, you get what I'm saying? Maybe it's John Lennon Airport.
2 weeks.
Yo, I've done that. I've gotten up out of bed wrong and felt like I'd be out for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
2 weeks. The man got on a plane, fine, got off injured. I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, you man didn't hook him up. Was he in first class? Was he in regular? What class was he in?
He was wrapped in bubble because of how injury prone this man is, and he's still injured himself.
Yo, we need some stronger bubble. I don't know. There needs to be an inquest in it. Was it the stewardess?
No, the inquest.
Was he trying to?
No, the inquest is in his DNA.
No, that's not his DNA. There was air stewardesses on this. Was he trying to keep it clean because Pirate Radio trying to join the Mile High Club? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Maybe because
Pre-game workout.
Go back to the comments. Just go to the comments. And
I was going to say, with small compartments, you know what I'm saying, and that. But yeah, next game, which game do you want to pick? Stro?
Manchester United.
What result? Oh, you're fantastic in it. I was trying to avoid this. I should be on here. You get me waxing lyrical because the day after we did the last week's show, we won 9-0 against Southampton. But yet, now I'm here talking about a 3-3 draw against Everton, and there's a reason why I've said from the jump I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off in terms of United's title charge. But can we win a league title? Absolutely not, and simply because of the manager we have. Simply because of that. And I look at it, we're 2-0 up, comfortable, actually playing well. Pogba gets injured. So rather than keep the onus with us and the attacking intent up and send out the correct message to the team, you revert back to type and we're 2-0 up. All right, I'm going to bring off Pogba's injured. I'm going to bring him off and put on Fred. Donny is there. Yeah. Bring on Donny. Yeah. Because if you bring on Donny, it keeps the attacking impetus going. You get me? It keeps the attacking intent going. Donny's going to keep the ball very well. If you scored the third goal, game's over. And then if you want to change it and switch it up, I'll let you know in a second. If you want to change it and switch it up and go defensive, you can do that. You can move Bruno out wide right and play Donny in the 10 and bring on a Matic or bring on a Fred if you want to shore it up. Go on, Stro. What was you going to say?
I just want to quickly say something before Bills goes. I just want to apologise to Bills because I was on the phone to him and I was making certain noises. Give it away! Which then meant like he knew exactly what was going on in the game because of my reactions.
He broke my heart, This is at 2-0, Don. This is at 2-0. After half time, I'm speaking to him mid-sentence, or he's speaking, and he's like, yeah, bro. I'm like, yo. What do you mean? And I hear, oh my God. And I can hear the commentators. I'm like, oh, they scored. It literally happened with the 2 goals, bro, after half time. I was like, nah. You get what I'm saying, bro? But, for me...
2-0 up, comfortable, cruising by the time Bruno scores that.
One thing I will say on this match is missed opportunity. I'd say the players are as culpable as the manager.
I agree with that.
He's had a stinker room there, Maguire.
So's the hair for that goal.
Yeah, this is the thing now.
And wait, why is Maguire? We speak on this again. Maguire's the left-sided centre back.
Yeah.
Why is he covering on the right-hand side?
Here you go. What did we just say before about
Luke Shaw?
About Luke Shaw. Why is Luke Shaw there? Lo and behold.
No, just wait.
The man, the mystery, the myth.
Nah.
Wait, let him go.
Nah, just wait.
I said the man, the myth. You know what?
Look what happens. Look what happens.
We're gonna see what happens. It's just what's it called?
Look what happens there.
Oh yeah, with the hair, we're gonna get onto that.
No. Rewind it.
All right,
you're looking at the wrong person here.
You might looking at who is it?
The hair makes a mistake. Pause it now.
Luke Shaw.
Who taps it in?
Decore.
And where's Decore running from?
Behind Luke Shaw. Oh, Luke Shaw. You know what? It's good job that we started doing these type of things because when you're watching things in real time, especially on watch-alongs, you might miss this type of stuff. Nope. But this is why I like doing this because it makes you realize.
You know how I look at stuff like this.
Yeah.
What's Luke Shaw doing?
Yeah, what is Luke Shaw doing? But everyone will tell you he's having a great season and shouldn't be criticised. That's the third goal now that we've conceded that he's been a part of. He's not fully at fault for that, but he's a part of.
Yeah, De Gea makes a stinker.
Stones
he can stop that.
Yeah, similar, exactly what I said to the thingy one.
He can prevent that.
If he sticks out a leg there.
No, not even that. He stops running.
Yeah, he does.
You know why? Because he presumed, you know what it is? He presumed that, I think he's presumed there that De Gea's going to catch that, which he shouldn't do.
Fumble it and then...
Yeah, that's what he presumes.
He's presuming he's going to catch it first time.
He's going to catch that, because look, at that point, there is no day. What happened there? I want to know what happened on this attack.
I want to know where Lindelof is, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Where this guy is, bro.
I want to know what happened.
I can tell you where he is.
Why is what?
Pause it now.
What?
Oh my God, where is he?
Oh, so Wan-Bissaka's gone forward. He's covering. Okay, that's why.
All right then, Tuck.
Because he's gone for. Because it's 2-on-3. Because he's gone for whoever that is. I can't make out which player that is, Richarlison. So he's gone out there to cover Richarlison because Wan-Bissaka, that's why Wan-Bissaka is there. But wait, we got 2 DMs.
No.
Where's that? What is...
No. So here's the issue, right?
We're supposed to be more defensively solid with 2 DMs.
When you go through your coaching badges, right?
This is mad.
The first thing you're taught is out wide isn't the issue. If you leave a gap in the middle, you need to plug the gap, because if they move it from left to right, you can move across. So Lindelof there
needs to be tucked in. I let the easy pass be to Richarlison.
Needs to come in 5 yards. So then that pass isn't that easy. But secondly, even if he does make that pass, Maguire can then go into Luke Shaw's position. Luke Shaw can then come out to where Thingy is. Do you know what I mean?
Come.
So, and that's the problem. So if you play it now specifically.
Yeah.
Play it on. Look.
All right.
So
this is just a mess from top to bottom.
No, but check this one now. Just want to say, look how Maguire and Shaw are still going, Now look at Lindelof. He's stopping. Look, he's slowing down. He's slowing down. This guy, bro.
I've said this though. Every time we concede a goal, he's never on the scene.
He's never there.
And Maguire, whether it's his fault or not, I've said this on the show, is always around.
So right there, I'll put it to you like this.
He's always around.
How many times does Maguire make a mistake when he's next to Bailly? He doesn't.
Yeah,
because he's not having to throw himself into a 2-on-1 and this on one. My man's just getting bare on ones.
And that's because Bailly's defensive positioning is
better, and he's much more confrontational as well.
Yeah,
Bailly
enjoys the beef, bro.
He enjoys it.
He enjoys it. He
enjoys defending. Yeah, he likes defending. Yeah,
this guy, I'm telling you, Lindelof. Honestly, he would make legendary defenders look bad because he'd have them exposed
like a Maldini.
I swear to you, bro.
Yeah, go on.
I swear to you.
You know what? I thought you was. I gotta give you your props because I thought you was wilding when you were talking about Lindelof. But the more when we watch it, you've called the straight on,
and I'm like, yo, where is he?
That's the reason why when we broke down and you were going on like it was short at fault. Lindelof is just as
and you know what? I'm starting to see it because every time we seem to concede, because even when we did the still of the Calvert-Lewin equalizer, I'm looking at the still. I'm like, where is Lindelof?
Exactly.
You're the centre back. Why can't I see you in the picture?
Bro.
I can see Axel. I can see Maguire. Where are you?
He literally, you know what he is, bro? He's one of them now, where like a fight happens, and he just like blends into the back. So we can say he's there. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, yeah, man did this and that. No, bro, where was you? Like, who was you thumping up?
Who was you thumping up?
Who was you marking?
Because the fact here, he slows down, and yes, there's other faults for Maguire, you can blame.
But his recovery run is terrible, right?
Yeah, it is. There's no intent to get back.
No.
Like Maguire, you can see there, even though Calvert-Lewin is quicker than him, there's intent to get there.
Maguire's going his fastest. He's just not fast enough.
You can see there, he's going.
Busting a gut, bro.
He's busting.
He is, look. He's busting a gut. He's trying
and then De Gea makes a mistake. Luke Shaw.
But that's typical Manchester United goals. De Gea's at fault. Shaw's at fault. Maguire, you could argue, is at fault. Lindelof's at fault. That's 4 man.
Bro, I say this all the time.
That's 4 man. You do the headphones.
For the longest. How many times do we get like
big up Sol and that, you get me in the African attire and that, yes and that.
Like, how many times do we just get blown out the water? It doesn't happen.
You know, I've said this. That's 4 man I've just named. The goalkeeper, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, and you could argue one of the 2 DMs.
That's
wait. That's 5 man. That's like almost half our outfield players.
Half your team,
half our outfield players making mistakes.
Just wait for the next goal.
That's nuts,
I didn't realize this goal was that bad in real time. But when you slow it down and break it down,
I did. I knew Lindelof. I just knew Lindelof. Every time, watch. I swear, anytime now. Please, everyone in the comments. I don't care what team you support.
No, this is great. You know,
everyone always gets onto
I got you,
Maguire. I'm telling you, all the time. Look for Lindelof, and this guy is never about. He's never on the scene. He's literally just like...
He's never on the crime scene.
Yeah, he's never on the crime scene.
And I'm starting to notice that. I'm always looking at stills, you know, when we can see goals, and I'm like, why are you not there? Like, Maguire's trying to actually get back.
Because here's the thing. Everyone always just notices Maguire.
Yes.
But what people are not realising, you notice Maguire because Maguire's the one who's noticed what's going on. And then his head fell off.
And then he's trying to prevent it.
He's scrambling now. Do you get what I mean? That's why you have all these weird ones where he's... Like, I seen one the other day, someone posted it, he's looking the wrong way. I said, he's probably looking for Lindelof.
Like, where were you, Victor?
Man, I'm saying, you don't even know where the ball is. I'm saying, every time you watch Maguire, when he's playing with Bailly or someone else, he's a lot more assuring himself. When he plays with Lindelof, it's almost like he's looking after his little brother.
Yes.
In a beef situation. So then what happens is, if there's a bait situation and you're with a little one, you instantly look for them, don't you?
Yeah, you instantly get defensive.
You instantly look for them.
You'll go like if you're out with someone and something kicks off, you got protective over if it's your little brother or a little cousin or someone.
That's the vibe I get with Maguire and Lindelof. He has to look for Lindelof first.
It's like a dad son. Yeah, it's like a dad son thing.
Go to that second goal.
And then he has to look for danger.
This is mad, I didn't realise all these mistakes. Obviously, you know the hate.
Just watch this, right, specifically. So fast.
This is mad.
So, yeah, Luke
Shaw just stopped. One thing I could say, Maguire could have even stuck a leg out there.
I hear you. His mistakes in full,
Here we go. Now.
Check Luke Shaw driving forward. It's a good move, that.
He should have scored that.
That's a good move. That was a good move.
So then we come on to...
I like that. Intent, no. That's what I like about that. The intent.
Pause it here.
Go on.
Right, rewind it slightly.
See you again.
Just wait.
I've just noticed it like, who are you marking?
All right, pause it now.
Because he looks. He looks.
He makes himself look busy, bro.
Because if you look there after you see this, he actually he looks and then he looks at him.
Right, so
that's the danger. That's the only danger you should have. Richarlison's the only one who can do anything. There's nobody else.
So he runs off the back of Luke Shaw, right? Which is a problem in itself. I mean, not on Luke Shaw. He runs off the back of Lindelof, right? Maguire's going back. Then he notices it. He then takes it off Maguire's head.
Yeah, that's bad.
Rewind it. He takes that. Maguire clears that. Look, it's gone. He takes it off Maguire's head.
If he's in position, he's not there to do that.
No,
Maguire probably clears it.
You see that header he's doing there?
Yeah.
He's making up for his error.
You're never going to be able to get enough on that to make it effective. So like he's done, he's just put it right back into... He can't even head that out of play.
Yeah.
But keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him, please. Fast forward it. Now.
Oh.
He is the one who then goes to get out to him, and he doesn't...
What's he does?
He flings himself like that. Well, look who's there trying to block it.
See?
No.
Who's there trying
This is what... bro.
Look who's there actually making a legitimate attempt to block
look at his body position.
What's
Lindelof blocking there?
Yeah.
Totally wrong.
And
I swear to you, if any manager clocks this...
Because see, look, Maguire leaves Calvert-Lewin to try and go block it.
No, rewind it slightly.
He smelt the danger.
That's bad for you, though.
Right, there, stop.
Oh, wait.
Right, play it.
Yeah. Because they're talking, so they're communicating.
Why is he there?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who are you marking there?
McTominay's already marking him.
He's trying to hide. This is what we say. He tries to blend in.
Why is he there?
Yeah.
And then play it on.
Yeah, go on, clear the brass. Play it. Yeah. And then Maguire's the one who gets closest to it.
Look there, half-hearted.
And he's closer than Maguire, but Maguire gets closer to it.
Exactly.
Right, and this is where it's Lindelof's fault. His body positioning is terrible. If he goes with his left foot and he changes his body position like that, he blocks the shot.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Oh, he really does my head in, bro. He really does my head in. Like, I can't imagine. Like, people might not know this or not. I've done coaching badges and all these things, yeah. I've done all of this. I've done football in primary schools and all of that. Yeah. there's things what Lindelof does are like literally
schoolboy errors.
First page basics, bro. They're literally like just like
what's he blocking there?
Sunday League man tell you face up the defender.
Exactly, stand him up.
Stand him up. Do you get what I mean? Like this is lowest level. Here for me, I will say Rashford.
Got to ding the goalkeeper.
Nah, put your foot through it.
You just saying lace.
Smash that.
There,
bang.
Across the goal.
Even on the floor, it megs him. But the past few games, Rashford has actually missed chances. And this is the point I wanted to get onto.
Go on.
Pause this.
What did I say to you?
Pause this, Rubai. Mandem United, other day. Yeah. What did I say? I said McTominay's goals from midfield are a reason why we are where we are.
You did say this, actually.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, even though you didn't know too much about it, it is what it is.
This is what I'll say. He's
in the positions.
He's in the position. Yeah. And this is what I'm trying to say. If we win that game, from a McTominay header, and that puts us back level. That will be one of them moments on the Premier League years.
Do you know what that header reminds me of?
Go on.
A 4-3 Manchester City game at Darren Fletcher.
Yeah. Exactly the same.
Darren Fletcher. I was actually watching that on the Gary Neville Soccer Box. That was one of the games.
Have you noticed how when Darren Fletcher is now part of the coaching staff, he's had an impact on McTominay's midfield, as in getting forward and starting to score goals?
Bro, man said, see, like as much as he's deserved his flames, he actually, this is what I'm trying to say about him. McTominay actually actively adds something to our team. Even though sometimes him being there can be a thing, he adds something to it.
He can be good, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, he can. If
we win this game,
if we win this game, that's a match winner.
Yeah,
that's a match winner to put us top.
Yeah, closer to the top
or whatever it was at the time. But this is what I'm saying. There's many people, i.e. Lindelof's, i.e. Shaw when he was out of form, who are constantly in the team and don't affect the team.
Yeah.
One thing you could never say about McTominay is effort.
Yeah. See, look at this. Is just where is it? Lindelof is there. That's Lindelof.
Who? Oh my God!
Calvert-Lewin ran off him, but everyone's blaming Maguire for staying on the side. That's your man.
What I'm saying is, what's Lindelof doing?
Yeah,
he's behind the ball and the player. He's behind three attackers behind. Because why is that? Because this is what he always does in these situations. He hides. I swear to you, I've never seen him front up danger. He always hides. He's always culpable. When there is a goal against us, he's always...
He's at least, even if it's 10%, you're 10% at fault.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And then when you look at... But here's the thing, though. Yeah. Once again, what did I say about Maguire? So why is Maguire offside there?
Because
Maguire's offside because he's just seen 3 man. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's seen 3 man. A ball coming in and there's 3 man coming towards this ball.
Yeah.
So he stepped out as he's going to. He shouldn't have. Maguire is wrong there in the first place. I can see why, as a footballer, man's not played professional, played in the park.
And that's just bad organisation in general.
You see,
anyway.
Like there, literally, Maguire's positioning there. I can understand why he has done that.
Yeah,
it's an instinct thing. He probably should have instinct and went the other way. But then if Maguire, here's the thing: if Maguire goes the other way and tries to play him offside, and then he scored that goal, it's totally his fault. Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
sorry to interrupt. Why does Maguire go back initially? Because if you look what you can see in front, you can see Lindelof surrounded by 3 players that are making runs off him. So naturally, he has to drop back.
And why is this a bad organisation? Why McTominay marking no one? I don't know. Why is Axel not marking up properly there? Cavani's good in the air. Why is he not deeper? Why is Rashford not deep? It's obviously individual people are at fault, but that's just bad organisation from the jump.
You've literally got 3 man. Yeah. That's the worst thing about it.
3 man who could have scored that at that point.
Yeah, but it's no coincidence them 3 man make the run off the same centre back.
Yes,
Lindelof.
Yes. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. Targeted.
Yeah.
As much as man what I say about Maguire, you don't want to tussle with Maguire.
You prefer
toe to toe. I go for him all day.
You prefer it with what's it called?
And one thing I will say about
the hair need to be braver there.
Yes, and do you know why he's not though? Do you know why he's not? Because don't remember what happened last time he tried to be brave against Everton.
No, what happened?
They knocked 10 shillings out of him. That one that we played where he come out for one time and then they scored it. Do you remember?
It was at Old Trafford.
It was at Old Trafford.
Remember when Duncan Ferguson was manager?
Yeah, it was when Big Dunk, and I think it was Calvert-Lewin.
It was Calvert-Lewin.
Okay. And this is why that's why he didn't come out. But for me, someone there needs to say to him, last minute of the game, oi, get on it.
Wipe everybody. Brave. Yeah. Wipe everybody out.
Get brave.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because do you remember Jota's goal against West Ham where he scores it, but his follow through takes him into the goalkeeper and gives a foul? That's what happens in that situation if you're brave. You get the free kick.
You probably get the free kick. Goalkeepers are probably protected. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just for Cam, let's go do the Arsenal match.
Yeah. Because Cam, I'm gonna talk half an hour on Hackers with CTV. But yes,
go through some of the comments.
We will go to the Arsenal game. Big up to everybody in the comments. I hope you're enjoying this. John says Foden is a proper baller. Yeah, Zane saying, "Oh, can we say Tierney over Robertson now, please?"
Nope.
Liverpool, our assistant team, says John.
Yep.
No way. Zane says, flawless must enjoy my Titanic music for DCL goal, though. Still, you're Egypt for that. Yeah, Cam, I got you in. I sent a message back to you on that. But yeah, man, big up everyone in the comments. Please make sure you continue to like the video as well.
No, I was laughing at the Stro breakdown Arsenal's.
Oh, yeah. We gonna get to that. Who said that? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Nah, so keep talking about Manchester United. He's a Manchester United fan to keep.
No, what about that one?
Oh, was there another comment that I missed?
Arsenal are just breaking down themselves. Just go on to Arsenal.
Well, go on to the Arsenal result. And you know what? They are the bar for banter. As bad as you could be Southampton and got beat 9-0. You're still not Arsenal. You could have lost your last 5 games like Southampton.
And I'm going to put this out there now. And it's certified in my mind. I thought this about Arsenal for about 3 years, but it's 100%.
Go on.
Yous are a very small team.
Elaborate. Are they going to be 1-0 by...
No, I'm going to elaborate.
By Villa.
I'm going to elaborate. Simply because you play your best football for the big teams. That's a small game. That's a small team mentality. You argue Arsenal now. You tell me the last time Arsenal have played good. The games you will tell me is United game, Chelsea game. Yeah, is this a coincidence? Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just play good for your rivals. Do you get what I'm saying? Have something about you. For me, Arsenal. For me, at the moment, when you literally play someone who you are not realizing is on your level or round and about you get beat. You almost strike me like when.
That's awful. That is awful from Cedric.
Terrible.
That is awful.
You know the
bad overall.
The newly promoted team.
Yeah, comes in. Yeah, and gives the big teams Sheffield United.
Like Blackpool. Remember Blackpool? They did that a few years ago
with Ian Holloway.
Yeah, they were every time they went to a big ground. Oh my God, you could see them looking around like that before kickoff, and then they'll play their hearts out. Do you know what I mean? That's Arsenal now.
Yeah, this is awful defending this.
Yeah, we look back up. This guy, Cedric guy, you must have someone in the reserves better who's left.
Cedric, look at that, laid the ball off.
That's another one. That's a similar.
And then I was gonna call him Holdini because Lauren, who's an Arsenal fan, tried to call him Holdini and that, but that's awful.
Bro,
it's not even like Ollie Watkins has made like a great move.
Look how easily Traore gets past this giant of a defender, Gabriel. It's absolute, this world. It's Gabriel telling me his class. Watch this.
Yeah, that's easy. Still, once you turn the pace, that's awful overall.
Bro, he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
You bring him down there, and then Holding is nowhere near Watkins.
He's not even closing him down. He's just stood his ground and then tried to block him. What have I told you about Watkins?
Yeah, he's just done a Lindelof there. And then they got lucky with the deflection, which is deserved.
Feel sorry for that keeper.
Why? Because he's playing for Arsenal.
He's just come from Brighton, probably thinking it's a bigger move, and he's just gone to Arsenal.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
It's a good save.
They let go of the wrong keeper.
Yeah, that's a very good save. Yeah,
and they know that.
Yeah, they mashed up.
They know that. What did I said this a while ago? Chesney.
Yeah.
Look at Chesney now. My man's keeping Buffer now. At Juventus.
You said it before though. Arsenal more poor defending.
Gnabry.
And if he does better there, Gnabry's a prime example.
A man tried to come at me,
yeah,
telling me that United ruined players. I was like, bro, no one who we have who played for us is ruined. The pressure was just too much. You man actually have good man and just let them go.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Arsenal, there's something about him. Because they did. I watched this game like Villa were like worthy winners. Worthy winners. Definitely. They had chances.
You know one thing I would say about Arsenal?
Go.
They look very blunt up front.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Very, very, very. Like, that's not... like, even in the most worst Arsenal times, the Arsenal of Arsenal, they've always had a good striker.
Threat. They've always been a threat going forward. Yeah.
No, I'd say a good striker who you'd probably have at your club. They've always had someone, you know what I mean? Like, even when Aubameyang first come in, like, and Aubameyang was Aubameyang in, and even Lacazette when he first come in, he did his bit. Do you know what I mean? There's some sort of malaise that just comes over them when they play for this club for too long.
You get Arsenal.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, you get Arsenal.
You get Arsenal, bro.
You do?
Like, I seen someone talking about, Grealish for us. I'm like, why would Grealish go to Arsenal? Like, honestly, why would...
Only thing is, I think, I don't know if this is true, he is an Arsenal fan. That's the only thing they've got, if that's true.
Who?
Grealish.
No, he's not an Arsenal.
Is he not Arsenal fan?
Manchester United fan.
Was he United fan? Okay, I got told the wrong info.
He would go Arsenal simply because you know what it is. Sometimes when you play certain man, like even if this is like Sunday League level or whatever, if you boss up a team a certain amount of times,
it's
like, do I really want to go there? Do you know what I'm saying? You get more impressed by the team that bosses you up.
No, it's all like Jack Grealish grew up an Aston Villa fan.
Is he a Villa fan?
Yeah, he grew up an Aston Villa fan. That's why when the Birmingham fans came on and punched him on the back of the head and he scored the winner in that game, it's like, it's the best day of my life.
Yeah. I rate that still.
And I've said this for time about Arsenal. Like, please, I don't want to like do a, go check for Brighton and them and there, but please don't, just concentrate on yourself, innit? Like, stop always looking for United when it don't go right for United, because United aren't looking.
Oh, I love that. I love that clip, yo. Shout out to Mel.
Yeah,
because I got no like she's doing a stellar job at what she's doing, but you see that clip right there, yeah. I've said this before.
That's historical.
I bet you this. Yes,
that goes down in history. You know?
It's gonna stay. That stays with her now forever.
Oh my god,
that's her Harry Beckenbauer.
No, that's like her Delia Smith. That's like her thingy, yo. Trust me, bro.
That is it.
Yo, man, need to do a Premier League for YouTube football. That comes up in the season. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's like,
that is her version of it. Yeah. Where are you? Someone should have grabbed the mic off her. He was like,
that is her signature moment.
Let's be having you.
That's what I'm saying about Arsenal fans. Please
go chat to Brian and them man there. I love that
club, because
I love that. That's great.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm worried about you. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you because I know Flawless is going to come with his daggers out to the rivals and that.
You know why I come with my daggers out to these rivals? Because when it's us, like Calvert-Lewin on the weekend, everybody, I had to log out of Twitter. I did the match reaction, was like, I ain't dealing with this. It felt like a loss.
You see, for me, it felt like a loss, but at the same time, it's like, I was watching it and I was thinking, these man, I'll say this clear. These man will watch their team lose, watch us draw, and that makes their day better. That says more about me. That says more about our team. That says more about Manchester United Football Club.
Oh yeah, of course.
You watching your rival draw makes if I lose and one of my rivals draw, I'm not bothered.
Yeah,
I'm more bothered.
You've already ruined my day.
Yeah, you man draw.
Because I trolled Arsenal about that loss.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
The only thing what brightened my weekend is them getting beat. That's because they got beat.
They took it out.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but if that match is a 1-1.
Yeah, there's no banter because we both drew. Shout out John in the comments, big on Miss Successful as well, who says evening or new and that. All right, you get me, Miss Successful. Hey. I like the username. You know what I'm saying? JV, what's going on?
Who's Miss Successful?
No, you think he might be someone one of us know? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me, fam?
Yeah.
Okay, innit? But salute to you. Make sure you hit a like button and everybody else. But yeah, the reason why I'm so on rivals is because when it's us, rivals don't hold back. And I don't forget that.
Yeah, but why is that?
I don't forget that.
Why do rivals come at two particular teams the most?
Because we're the most successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm still not forgetting it.
We are the guy who's been thumping them up
in
high school. And then they come out of high school, they get a job, and they get a car, and then they see us walking and try to stunt on man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, I'm not allowing that. I'm gonna let you know in it. This is why I go. Arsenal get it. Liverpool get it. Leeds get it.
Win?
Yeah.
These man can't say nothing.
Yeah,
you know how dead Twitter is when United win. If United win and Arsenal do good, Twitter's dead.
Yeah, because
if United draw and Arsenal lose, oh my.
Yeah, but I've said that the timeline when one of the big six loses, that's when it's the most hilarious, especially when it's because Arsenal will always lose,
in like special banter fashion. It's like the universe will conspire to put it together. Like even when we was doing the Q&A yesterday on Sarcasm City, and someone said, because they conceded early, and we was dying because somebody said in the comments, I live in LA. And by the time I found the stream, Arsenal were picking the ball out of the back of the net. And then he said, my roommate just went straight back to sleep. That would only happen to Arsenal. They always just losing, but they're always losing fantastic. Oh, this player hasn't scored in 30 games. And then they'll score 2 against, not 1, he'll score a brace against Arsenal. They'll concede comical goals. They'll be 10th. And then when you add AFTV and their characters and your troops on top of that makes it... We're 15th. Still rings in my head to this day. We are 15th, sir. We are 5 points above relegation. No, always.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
When you realize where they are, like 10th in that.
They
like,
10th.
They need a big inquisition because...
They 10th. Look, and the thing is, if Leeds win today, they're 10th. They played a game more and 2 games. They played 2 games more in Leeds. They're 2 points behind, and Leeds are winning. So if Leeds win that game, Leeds go above.
Even Southampton.
And Southampton, who've lost all their last 5 games.
They go above him.
If they win, if they do the same. You have Leeds playing Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, and I'm telling you now, Leeds win this confirms that they're safe.
Oh yeah, I think we all say Leeds.
No, but I mean, like this would 100% confirm it.
Right, so what we're saying 30 points is the new 40.
Nah, because if you look at the bottom 3 and the points they're on, look at the gap.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, let's go to that. Do we think that's the bottom? I thought West Brom, Big Sam, they get out, but the bounce hasn't happened. I think that's the 3 that are going down.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United.
Look at Fulham and how many points are they on?
Fulham are on 15 points.
Right. How many are Leeds on now? How many are Leeds on now?
Leeds are on 29, and if they win, they'll be on 32.
Yeah. 15 points ahead of.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. And you're going to pick up more points towards the end. Yeah.
Shame. I'd love to see Leeds get relegated in social media.
I ain't going to lie, though. I don't even think... I think Burnley are quite ahead.
Yeah.
Like, but 8 points ahead.
That's what I mean. Like, that's a big gap.
Burnley are not... You know, it's not mathematically.
To me, people say, most entertaining league in the world, blah, blah, blah. To me, the title race is done. Top 4's done. And the relegation thing's done. Everything done. Everything's over.
Well, here's the thing, though. See, them matches, what we were looking at earlier, saying these might come into question. They might not, then.
The race to the race.
Certainly that last day one. I think that last day one don't come into question.
The race to, you know what it is? The race for the top 7 might be the best thing.
Oh, my God. Rafinha.
Has he scored a banger?
He just ate someone alive, bro. He just turned it into FIFA. He just ate Gary Cahill. Gary Cahill. He's probably thinking, I should have went to the Championship. That's what he's thinking, bro.
Funny you should talk about that. Have a guess who Liverpool have been strongly linked with today?
Gary Cahill?
No, Rafinha.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. My son showed me that.
Interesting.
I would take that all day, every day.
Him and Jota. Because you lot need a rebuild, and that's the type of player Klopp would like still.
You know what it is? You've got a man like Shaqiri, and I don't think he's that bad. I just think Shaqiri is very comfortable. I think he enjoys...
There's a lot of people in that team that are very...
Yeah, I think Shaqiri enjoys knowing that, right, if this man gets injured, I'll play some minutes. But if not, I'm going to sit on this bench and I'm going to get cool 90 grand or whatever it is. You know what I mean? No, actually, I'm not going to go down the Sky Sports route and bring his money into it. But I'm going to get paid, sat on this bench. And, you know what I mean? I'm comfortable. I'm part of a good team. I've just won you know what I mean? If I look back on my CV for Liverpool, I've won a league title, I've won a Champions League.
Another Champions League.
Yeah, another Champions League. You know what I mean? He's won 2 that he's probably not even been prominent in.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? So
Bayern and Liverpool.
His kids ain't gonna know that though when they're on the mantelpiece, I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
Shameless.
His grandkids will not know. You know what I'm saying? But
now she's saying we don't know her.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I was just thinking you were someone else. No hard feelings.
Yeah, but thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
You know what it is being successful is when females get involved in this space, we never know what to expect. That's what it is, because it's like 99. I'm not saying women don't enjoy football or anything, but we've had
history of women trolls.
Yeah, we've had women trolls, we've had catfishes.
Yeah, catfishes.
You know what I'm saying? I always think when we're in this space, I'm like, you're a catfish until you prove otherwise. But thank you for tuning in.
I can see the attitude in you. No, you don't me. So I'm not even going there with you. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. You know what I'm saying? We're friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
We are peoples.
I ain't beefing with you. I can feel the hostility towards me.
A big up Johnny says, is there any content on your channel? Yes, directly after this show. So on Sarcasm City TV, Gonna Talk from the Arsenal will go live at 9. Quill and Cam obviously hosting it, talking all things Arsenal. So the lost Aston Villa. Obviously, they got Leeds on the weekend also, so they'll be discussing those things.
That'll be a great game.
That is going to be a great thing. No, I'm okay. I'm not a troll. All right, salute to you, Mr. Successful. Make sure, who's your team? Who do you support?
Who's your team?
Yeah, who's your team? And obviously, we want to know where you're watching from. So, like, for example, because you knew. From
and that goes to everyone else, actually. Please let us know where you are watching from. That goes to everyone, city and country.
Obviously, we've already seen someone's watching from Singapore.
Yeah, man. Shout out John. He here all the time. John, what time is it in Singapore? Because he's here everywhere.
John.
John is always, every stream I'm on, I see John in the comments.
No.
I'm
no
like,
matter what time, bro.
No matter what time, and I know it's different time.
You know what, though? Your name's Fire, bro. It sounds like an action film guy. John Kai. John sounds like an action film guy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A villain in Rush Hour.
Yeah, John Kai. You know what I'm saying? Like a
diehard villain.
Yeah, you know that man there. The name's Fire done.
John Kai. But moving on, we have to talk about Chelsea and Tuchel. I think it's 2 wins from 3. I think it is. If I'm standing correctly, they drew to Wolves. Then they beat not Fulham. Then I can't remember who they beat. I'm going to actually get it.
They've got 3 wins, you know.
That's 3 wins.
Is it 3 wins? Okay. So, yeah, I'm looking here. So, yeah, it's been going well for them because they got, they drew against Wolves, beat Burnley, beat Spurs, then beat Sheffield United. Yeah. And you can see the impact that Tuchel's having already. And like you said, JV, earlier on in the show, just playing players in position.
You know what it is? He's playing players in position.
Just playing players in position.
And you know what he's done? And Chelsea fans might not like me for this. Yeah. But he's done one thing which I've always associated with Chelsea. They've just been pretty regular, but effective.
Yes.
So I'll even go back to Chelsea.
Very machine-like.
Yes. I'll go back, which then suits the whole German way of playing. But
should have scored that, though.
I'll go back to...
he's got to score that, though, there.
He should have put it overside. But for me, that's because he's not a centre-forward.
Yeah, but you at least got to hit the target there. Yeah, that's awful.
Do you know what I mean? A centre-forward puts that the other way.
Yeah. That's awful.
But one thing I will say about Chelsea is, they've been pretty regular. Even when Chelsea were the best, were beating teams 7-0 and no one's doing step-overs. No one's doing this. And it's just all very efficient, passing, strength, quick. You know what I mean? So, sorry. I think he's analysed his team. He's trying to sort the wheat from the chaff, as they say, them sayings there. And he's going through...
And you want making a mistake there, but go away with it, because that's a shocking tackle. That's a poor tackle, that.
Was that not a penalty?
It was a penalty, but he was offside. Oli McBurn was offside. Look, the show.
Yeah, he was offside.
You know what's mad? I was watching just a side note what is to do with this. I was watching like great Premier League goals or something that VAR would have overturned, and then, like when you watch some of them, it's like, that would not run nowadays.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
As soon as we're done with this, I've got a massive clip.
Oh yeah, we'll go with VAR.
We'll with that.
Because the CA check thing on Chelsea, efficient,
yes. Man.
And that's one thing, Chelsea efficient, no matter who they was under, even when they was a little bit more free scoring, they're still efficient, whether it was Ancelotti, whether it was Conte, whether it was Mourinho.
Just look what he's done. What has he done? He's done exactly what we said Chelsea should have.
Just play free at the back.
And 2 up top.
Yeah. Literally with Giroud and Werner. And then Werner sets up the goal.
Giroud and Werner?
Werner got 2 assists, didn't he?
Did he get 2? Oh yeah, because the penalty, yeah. Who's at fault, do you reckon, for that goal? Is that Mendy? Is that Rudiger? Is that a mix?
Mendy.
They need to talk. I reckon they just need to talk. I think that's both of them.
Yeah, it's Mendy's communication.
I'm going to say Mendy. I don't know what Mendy's rushing out crazy for.
Look,
he's gone the wrong way. Mendy's gone. That's Mendy.
Who's got a better picture in that situation?
It is Mendy.
Exactly. So Mendy tells him just get rid of it. It's as simple as that.
Just overcomplicated.
Well, here's the thing. Mendy went the wrong way anyway. If Mendy went the right way, he actually gets that.
That's awful as well. Definitely a penalty without question.
See, one thing I will say about Werner.
Yeah.
Right. Man might say, it's because, it's a new manager bounce. I said, no. He's playing better now because he's playing in more of his his natural position.
More of a similar role.
Yeah.
Rather than out wide left.
You know what I mean? He's a centre forward. A centre forward wants to be in the 18-yard box at all times. Or something which I learned from coaches back in the day is that you want your centre forward to be, even if he's not in the box, he needs to be between the goalposts.
Yep.
So however far back that goes, in it, even if I'm 40 yards out, if I'm running in between the goalposts, when that ball comes in and the play goes up, I'm going to be in the danger area. And that's why Werner gets 2 assists and he looks a lot sharper because he's in his natural position.
He's actually playing a centre forward.
Yeah.
As a centre forward.
Yeah. And he's more comfortable, which means he's going to have more of an impact on the game.
Yeah. It's natural, innit? This is one thing. Natural instinct. He's not... I'll tell you now, even if he can play, this is what some people don't understand, who maybe don't understand football. Just because a man can play in that position doesn't mean he can play in that position to the same capability he can play his natural position. So when you're putting a Werner up front, yeah, he's 100% Werner. When you put him out on this weird left wing type of thing that you're doing,
go on, keep going.
He's turning into a you're probably getting about 60-70% out of him. So then he's not going to be sharp. Man expects the balls come back in the box. Now he's just going to naturally think like a striker. No, bro, he's still a young player.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean?
Big up John because he said Singapore and Spurs played well against West Brom. Thanks, guys. Man said it's 3:11 a.m. in the morning overnight Tuesday.
Jeez.
Big, yeah. You know what I'm saying? After this, we done in 15 minutes. Make sure you get to bed and that. You know what I'm saying? And that. Get some rest. Miss Successful says, I'm a Johnny come lately from London and she's a Chelsea fan. All right, salute to you.
You know what? I will say one thing about Chelsea, yo.
Come on.
Enough females tend to be Chelsea fans. I think this is a trend. I don't know.
Maybe they're just a bit more outgoing. I don't know.
Does Chelsea have a attractive team or something, ladies? Is this what it is? You're not feeling the United players in the City, or you know what I'm saying? A lot of gals seem to gravitate towards Chelsea. I don't know.
There is in the YouTube space there seems to be more outspoken females in terms of being Chelsea fans. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because there isn't many. Yeah, that's true. That. You got a point. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That big side there from Stro, because now we're on to Fulham, West Ham 0-0. And obviously, this wasn't so much about the game because the game was dry. But Sir Check's sending off. Was it a sending off, which we will get into? And then Stro's going to have his usual rant about VAR. Well, yeah, this game was dead.
One thing I will say, though, is Fulham are a weird team.
Go on.
Because if you base this on current form and how West Ham, you'd say there might have been a dry rubber for West Ham, but Fulham had their chances. And one thing I will say about these teams who've come up this year, and I have no respect for them because they've not equipped themselves for the Premier League. They've not took it seriously in my eyes. Like they've not approached it properly. Leeds have done their thing.
Yeah,
Leeds have probably done what everyone else, all them others should have done.
Actually, just go for it. I've said they just go for it.
That's it. Leeds just go for it attitude. Yeah, has had them battered how many times this season, but they've handed out some batterings and they're in a very comfy position.
They're going to stay up.
Fulham, to me, look like you've not even started playing. You've not even started, getting going. I can't see any sort of momentum from them.
It was just a lot of draws.
Yeah,
including
and
this
they just look like, let's go up for a year. Get that parachute payment, and we'll just do that. We'll just try and yo-yo it for a few years. I think that's the whole club not taking itself seriously. That's not even the players, or even the manager. Because I don't know if
you should score that though. That's a free header.
I don't know if the last season when they
come, it's a free header that.
Who's that? That's the Adebayo as well from City, and I don't know if they've
go on.
The last season when they come up and they did that mad investment and they got Schürrle and all that, and then they went back down. I
forgot they had Schürrle. That's crazy.
I don't know if that.
that's another bad miss.
I don't know if that's played on the minds why they've not invested as much this year.
Cavallero, that's bad.
That's what I mean. This is what's doing my head in about them. If you watch Fulham, they make a lot of chances.
They actually create stuff.
If they had a 9, they could easily be I'd say at least 10 points better off where they are. A 9 gets them, 10 points? What's that? 3-4 games? 12 points.
Ooh,
do you know what I mean?
So we'll see here now. What's happening? See, check a big unit as well. Let's see. That's a sending off.
Right.
Really?
Right.
And to me, he's not even gone for it. He just lifted up his elbow because of his height.
Well, this is the thing.
He's pushed it.
I know where you're going.
Go on.
Here's my
Mike Dean.
Here's my issue with this entire thing. I had an argument with someone and they basically told me this isn't a VAR issue. Right, I'll tell you why it's a VAR issue and then I'll tell you why it's a Mike Dean issue. VAR tells him to go and look at that on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
What VAR then do, decide to show replays. Slow down replays where you can see the impact. Whereas if you play it full speed, you see exactly what he's trying to do. Mitrovic's got hold of him and he just tries to move his arm off him. That's all it is. That decision took 2 minutes and 50 odd seconds. So Mike Dean is stood there at the monitor in West London. It's cold. They're stood about. Even Soichet doesn't know what's going on. And he's there for 2 minutes, 50 odd seconds.
That's wild.
Talking to VAR. What are you talking about? How many times are you going to watch this replay?
Yeah, I didn't know it was there for that long.
Like
2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Ask him how much you have for dinner and all
what's the problem? And then, just to top it off, the Premier League's meant to be the best league in the world. I then once again see a clip of a challenge in the Australian A-League where it's a 2-footed challenge, and you clearly hear on the TV, you clearly hear on the clip, VAR going, I need you to go to the screen. I'm going to show you 3 replays, and this is what I'm about to show you. You're going to see dangerous foul play. On the second replay specifically is the best angle. Will you please go to the screen for me? And then the referee goes over to the screen, and they have a conversation about that incident. Do you know how long that took? 20 seconds. What's our VAR talking about?
Yeah.
But this is the problem. It's incompetent referees. Do you know how much money Mike Dean's on?
Yeah, you got a point.
No, do you know how much money he's on?
How much is he on? A lot. I know it's a lot.
100 grand.
A what?
100 grand.
What? A week?
Mike Dean is on 100 grand.
A year? A month?
Even if it's a year, that's a joke.
Mike Dean, yeah, this is not sending off. Never in a million years.
But you know what? You see, to me, this is one thing I will say.
And that's not a VAR. That to me, that's the person looking at his fault.
Yes.
You see, looking at it, like, how do you see that? I can see that and be like,
sent him over in the first place.
Yeah, but that's the someone in VR said this. I'm saying if you give incompetent people who are not good enough at their job the best tools to do their job, they won't succeed. This is Ollie at United. You can give him the best possible resources to succeed, but if you're not good enough, you're good enough at your job, you're not going to succeed.
I don't even think that's a football person.
I don't think that.
My mum will say, "Oh my God, that's a foul." Yeah, she don't watch football.
Yeah, football.
But someone who watches football will be like, "Right, he's just trying to turn around."
Yeah, that being said,
he's trying to turn around and lose his shrug his mark around.
Because my mum's a football person and she's always telling players to get up. All the time, like, get on with it. It's not a foul. Get on with it all the time.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
I apologise. I got it wrong.
What?
Mike Dean's actually on 200 grand. Basic salary.
Basic
salary.
I might have to become a ref still.
Wait. He gets 1.5 grand per match.
Qualified still. Let me get this.
Right.
So
you've got Mike Dean, Michael Oliver, and Martin Atkinson on 200 grand basic salary, right? What do you think the next closest referee is on wage-wise?
Less than half, I would say.
70 grand. Just wait. And then you've got some referees that are on 48 grand. The man is on 200 grand a week, stood at a VAR screen for 2 minutes 50 plus. It's a disgrace. At no point is that a red card ever.
No, it's not.
And they slow the replay down. Obviously, you're going to see the impact. It's going to
look worse, yeah.
Show it full speed for crying out loud.
It's going to look worse, yeah.
It's a disgrace.
It is. No, it is.
You know what it is? I just think that's not a footballing person.
It's not.
Who's told him that?
Yeah, because you can see that he's not. You can see that from the elbow. You can see he's not gone for him back and forth. He's literally trying to shift him up.
You know what it is? It's the fact that he's done this. It's the fact of him lifting up. If he's going to strike him, he's
going forward. He
lifts his elbow up as to go up and over. Yeah. Get off me. Yeah, shrug him off.
But it's like Bednarek sending off at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
instantly rescinded.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because VAR messed up.
Yeah, VAR
that instantly rescinded today. Why is that? Because VAR messed up. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's mashing up the thing. It's you know what it is?
It's the referees.
You know what it is?
It's
smashing up the referee's judgment. You know, like, how would I put it? If this is Pierluigi Collina, if anyone who don't know, I mean the bald-headed Italian ref from back in the day with the
one who was on the PES 2 cover.
Yeah, he was on the cover of Pro back in the day. Yeah. See, my man, you think they could tell him to use VAR, bro? He would laugh. He'd say no.
And the thing is, I think good refs want VAR because you want a second chance at seeing things, because seeing certain things in real time is not. But to me, if you see that, I've seen that VAR. At first glance, you might think, all right, something's going on there. Let me have a second look at this. How you see that and think that's a red card is crazy to me. I want to know the explanation. I know referees don't. Referees need to explain their decisions, because then maybe we'd be less critical and understand.
Because you know what it is?
How is that a red card?
You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's people not being strong-minded enough and now going, oh, I've got to do it by the book.
So rather than just using common sense.
Yes.
Just use common sense so you can see that that's not an elbow. That's not violent conduct. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That happens probably pretty much every corner, like, get off me.
Yes.
It's a get off me. That's what he's done basically.
Right.
But because he's 6 foot plus, it looks you're all of a sudden it's intent.
But that's not even that. You've hit the nail on the head. That happens at every corner.
Every corner that happens.
That happens at every free kick situation. Yes. People who play football will know that.
Yeah.
People who have not even played football. If you watch, like, here's my thing. Do these men even watch football?
No.
Because for me, you can't tell me you watch football.
You watch American football.
And you see that and you say that's a foul. There's no way you can tell me you watch football and you've watched football for years.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I think as well. For me, my thing would be, how long have you watched football?
Yes.
If you tell me you've watched football for 5 years, you can't have nothing to do with it. You need to know the proper old school way and then understand what the new rules imply on top of that.
Yeah.
But if you just know football by the new rules, I'm telling you right now, man will not even be able to mark soon because they're going to take that away.
Yeah.
Because it seems like any sort of physical contact. Yeah, I know he's actually hit him, but he's not done it intentionally. And it's like, all right, then if someone runs into someone in the match in a bit, if I run into a player and my head goes into his back, you're going to send me off. But that's what it's coming like soon.
Yeah, it's coming like any foul. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like any contact. Oh, yeah. What, was it contact? Yeah. Did he touch him? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, foul. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're almost being... It's funny that we're bringing in, you know, basically a computer and a robot to analyze things. A computer and a robot with a camera is basically what VAR is. You know what I mean? But it's actually making the referees more robotic. There's no sense. There's no not emotion, but do you get what I mean? There's no human understanding. It's yes or no. Do you get what I mean? It's positive or negative. It's this or that. There's no in between. It seems as if with VAR, there's no in between. But if you really think about that, that takes away from the referee because the referee has to be the in between.
Yeah, but the referee just like you just can't use your common sense there. But
no, because here's the thing: he's probably getting told,
to do it
that way. They have these conferences every so often where they get told this is the new rule and you have
people
to.
Need to be looking at that. But love to everyone who has locked into the show. We go live from a Third Eye View on Pi Radio. So on Pi Radio from a Third Eye View every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. discussing all things Premier League. We go live on the Pi Radio YouTube, Twitter and Facebook. Also on DAB Radio as well. So if you're in the Northwest, retune your DAB radio and you'll be able to find us. I know this because I've done this with Uber drivers when I'm on my way here at times. They're like, where are you going? Pi Radio or radio station. Yeah. Retune your DAB. So boom, all these, so you can listen to it in your car, at work, at home, etc., etc. Love to everyone who has locked in. And this has been From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio.
Shout out the new people.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in.